Bingy bing biddity boing.
And I want a pee cast.
Bing boy. Bing 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 biddity 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 bing boy. Bing ding bing biddity bing 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 biddity bing bing boy. Bing 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 biddity bing boy.
Bing, 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 biddly ding, ding.
Pingo yo.
I'm going to do this the right way.
West Side Way.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I'm going to copy the link and put it in the comments.
Oh, is that
So
how
it gets
works?
around the Facebook algorithm.
Oh, okay.
What's the Facebook algorithm? What do you mean?
They're totally stupid. And they'll put less value on a YouTube link, so it doesn't show up in people's feeds as often. So I just usually comment something stupid, like something stupid.
Oh, my
Post
phone
it.
is just not gonna do it, boys.
You go to comment and then
There it
paste
goes.
it.
Well, I don't care. I'll share it later.
Yeah.
Because now I'm just looking at my phone on this live pee-pee cast.
Oh, why are you looking at your phone? What's
I
wrong?
was gonna. My phone keeps freezing.
Because
Because it's a piece of shit. This is not what's gonna happen. Woo-hee!
Son of a bitch and bastard. Son of a bitch and bastard. Son of a bitch and bastard.
Hi, Chihuahua.
Hi, Chihuahua.
Welcome to the BB podcast for. I don't know. What's today?
August.
Oh,
August?
Monday the 27th, November.
I'm looking right at it. It's 11, 27,
I said it all backwards.
17. You said the European way.
Yeah, it's totally stupid. I hate that.
My name's Patrick Boy.
How do they do it?
Why can't we
Brother.
just
My
agree?
brother's name is Brother
day,
Boy
year,
Brother.
the
Raymore.
That's Mark Perez. That's Clell.
What up?
Stanley.
Stanley
Stanley.
Clell. Stanley Clell.
Go Stanley. I like
And
it.
all together, this is the Onomatopoeia
This
cast,
is
BB cast.
Rico Stanley and his late night potato.
You go to brothersbrer.com.
Hi.
You go down over to the brothersbrer@gmail.com. And then, I don't know, that's about it. This is all of us together.
Yeah.
I was on my when I went to go pick up my brother. I stopped by a little LQ store, liquor store. Give me some of the liquor,
Yeah.
and I walked in, and there was this guy standing next to the counter, and he's just, and the only way Luke Skywalker could have done anything is if they didn't blow up that Death Star.
Right.
That's what I walk into, and I don't think he was invited to that conversation. I think he was just giving it to the guy behind.
Was the one over here?
It's the one over by what do you call it? There's like used to be, I don't know what was used to be there. I live in Peoria.
Okay. So it wasn't just that Somalian guy that
No.
walked in and was like, "Excuse me, sir, I know you just left genocide in Somalia, but Luke Skywalker is on my mind."
And he was so proud of himself, and he goes, it's just something about the little details. And then the guy behind the counter is like, he's like, you know what? I don't pay attention to the little details. And so, they had a good day, and I was just annoyed.
There's a subreddit that you would like, I think. There's a subreddit I found just called Movie Details. And, like...
That way how you lie at parties?
Yeah, that's how I lie. But no, seriously, like, I find out so much shit about movies this way. And it's like, oh, but did you know that this is like... Blah, blah, blah,
Did you
blah.
know
Just go
in
to the
Baby
IMDb page
Driver?
and Go to
Like-
trivia.
Like in Home Alone, did you know that they actually show a scene where they throw away his ticket?
What?
In Home Alone,
What?
like they throw away his ticket, and that's how they didn't like figure out that he was like with
Oh,
them, and they
Interesting.
left on their
I get what
trip.
you're saying, yeah.
But there's a scene where like you can see it getting pushed aside with a
Oh.
bunch of papers and
You know, it was
thrown in the
also
trash.
supposed
So they didn't do it
Yeah.
on purpose?
No,
Do you know Home Alone was also supposed to be Robert De Niro instead of the other big
Joe
tall guy?
Pesci?
No, Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro originally.
oh no,
Yep.
See, now that would have been, and then if they could
That
have just
would've been
gotten rid of Macaulay Culkin and gotten
I thought he did a good job.
like Christopher Walken to play the kid or something like that. That's how they should have done it. They
Yeah.
fucked it up. They
should-
fucked it up.
They should have had a
What was his-
teenage Akib Talib doing
I
it.
know it.
Oh,
I
yeah. Would've
been
love
way
Akib
better.
Talib.
I couldn't believe that shit.
the
What's his real name?
Akib Talib.
Is it
Akib
Akib
Talib.
Talib? I don't know. We make fun of it so much.
He calls him
I don't
Akib
know.
Talab.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because if
that's
you
what I
lob
put
a
in the
cob
description.
towards a Akib Talab,
Akab Talab. But
You're 6
what a
points
piece of
the
shit,
other way.
frankly. I mean, it's
Nah.
hilarious, but what a fucking piece of shit. If some asshole came up and ripped off my chain, imagine that if you're just walking and some prick comes up.
That motherfucker
No,
should
hold
be
on.
wearing on the field.
No, let
This
me
is a
finish.
lot of
You're
them
just
do.
walking down the street, some asshole runs up to you, rips your chain off, and then almost a year later or something, you're just walking down the street and some asshole comes and rips your fucking chain off again.
Right.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But it was still as hilarious.
No, it's great.
He
No, I
told
think
him he
it's
was going to rip it off. I mean, he warned him.
Yeah, fuck that guy for wearing his goddamn chain on the field anyway.
I said the same thing. I don't
Don't a
think
lot of
you
them
should wear jewelry. Because
Well, I
you
heard
know
him-
that thing wasn't cheap. You
I heard
know
Akeem
it.
Talib
Oh,
today
no.
talking about like, he didn't come here to play football. He came here to wrestle.
Came here to wrestle.
One, they
is
both
one of
got
the
some
best
pretty good
Broncos.
punches, or some other players.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Because I saw Talib hit what's his name pretty good to the face.
Oh, and that was the best part too. He left his helmet on and he was punching him in the
I
face.
know,
with his
isn't that
helmet.
fucked up?
Ah,
And
I
he
love Akeem.
readjusted it. If you really look at it,
Readjusted it.
he got it hit, so it like moved a little, and then he put it back, and then
And then
started hitting him more.
No,
I was like, that's the end of the game, ain't it? Because
Yeah.
they sent everybody off.
that was
Were they the only
fun.
two that got evicted?
Yeah.
No, one other guy got.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't,
Oh.
but he was on the Raiders too. I can't remember who it was.
So
It was one of the
unimportant.
linemen or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's the other one that got punched.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is what he should have done is went to a Native American press conference, or not press conference. They were
They were World War II veterans.
Yeah, they were the veterans, and they were the code talkers, where they spoke. I don't want to say the wrong,
Yeah, I know.
Try.
They spoke Navajo. It was Navajo,
Yeah.
I think.
and that's how they.
And then they couldn't.
Oh.
They couldn't figure out.
And Trump was talking to
yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I got a code for you, Pocahontas." You fucking pile of shit. Jesus.
truly
Did he
is-
actually say that?
Yeah, he was talking
No,
about
it was
Elizabeth
like,
Warren.
It was like, you people have been here a lot. You've been here longer than any of us. We've got a representative in the Congress who says she's been here for a long time. I call her Pocahontas. And it's just looking at this, and I'm just,
and we're all yeah.
I'm just cringing.
I just read it and just
Oh
started.
my god.
This is why I watch the news every day, because it's
yeah.
I was at
Because it's
Jason's
fun.
Deli when I read it, and I started
Yeah.
laughing, and everybody was looking at me, and I had dressing on my face.
Wow.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, I don't even know. This is something my
can't believe it.
grandfather would do.
Absolutely.
Like my grandfather would like
You
my.
know, he said the worst thing about everything all
Well,
the
I
time.
know. Well, he like my cousin Brian married a Jewish girl, and they're having dinner, and then he just starts talking about Jews got a syndrome where they cheat on their wives, like with her entire family. It's like this is what Trump is.
Fuck, dude.
But my grandfather was like 90, and his brain was shot.
The
And
greatest
that's-
generation, man.
and that's
It
what
was
fucking
kind of that
Trump is
way
doing.
for a long time because
Yeah.
I mean, I remember like one of the first year or so that I was bartending, and he still just used to pop his head into the tavern all the time. I think he stayed with us on Fridays for a couple hours at that point. But then he ID'd some chick, and I don't know, she was probably in her 20s or 30s, and he goes, "Ain't you fat for your age?" or something like that.
No, he didn't say that. He looked at it and it
Kind
said-
of heavy or something.
No, he looked at it. He said 156 pounds. Jesus Christ.
Right in front of everybody. And then, like, I'm 18 or something. And I didn't see you. That's why I am not bothered by most things anymore.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That was our upbringing.
Oh, he broke you guys.
Oh, that place broke us.
Yeah.
It broke us so good.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Hank was even more. He couldn't even find the word, and just the worst thing would come out. It'd be like that one, and then he would say the worst possible racial slur he could come up with. But that's the only thing that he could get in his head.
Zipper head or
describe-
something.
yeah.
It was always Asian, horrible ones.
Yeah.
Well, I remember. Yeah, he had this one story. I can't remember who he was telling. He was grabbing it. I'd tell you why I chewed tobacco when I was in Korea. You couldn't get any gum because they heard you smacking your gum. They'd smack you on the back of the head. Couldn't smoke cigarettes because a sniper would get you. And I was about to suck on some rock some gook had walked on. And
I
I'm just
remember
like,
that
oh,
line.
Fucking Christ!
I remember that line.
And this is just
Yeah.
the casual conversations with the with the guy that owns a dry cleaner next door. His name is
It's crazy how ingrained
Mr.
fucking
Chin.
yeah.
tribalism is ingrained into the greatest generation. You know what I mean? How
Yeah,
that
that's why I
works
don't
to,
know
like-
why they're the greatest generation because they're 18
Yeah.
years old and their parents said go kill those slanty
And they
eyes."
said,
Yeah,
okay.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking, who the hell did I talk to about that?
yeah, why
Oh,
are they guys?
Mike. He's this new older guy. We kind of like him. He's like this old stoner kind of. I'm just gonna sit in my garage and smoke pot.
Nice.
But he's probably in the 70s.
Mm.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Hell
He's
yeah.
like Cliff if you had good positions on things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and he would just. What did he say the other day that he got drafted, and they were like, "All right, cool." He was like, "Well, we were about the last generation." I was like, "Hell yeah, you were." Because there no way they fucking called me and be like, "Hey,
Fuck that.
go kill these people."
Be like, what?
Every
going to
this
fucking
gen,
Canada.
nobody, none of us would do anything.
Yeah, I'd be a draft
Not a
dodger.
goddamn thing.
Well,
Or
maybe-
we'd go there and just be fucking complete junkies.
Yeah,
You know
I would
what I mean?
maybe. I would
Yeah.
consider that.
Maybe they should have a draft because then Iraq probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
They'd be
no
like,
shit.
I'm not going nowhere.
or mandatory war, serve the military time or whatever.
Yeah,
Israel does that, right?
yeah,
Yeah, everybody.
Most actual countries actually
Oh,
do
really?
that. It's crazy.
yeah. Like even Switzerland. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're neutral. They're like, we need you to man that Swiss Army knife at the border. We don't want no Liechtensteinians coming in here.
That's right.
They are the worst in Europe.
Yeah.
Those Liechtensteinians. Didn't what's her name? Katie say that they got invaded several times though.
Liechtenstein?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah. They're just
I think I remember saying that.
they're just any Germanic speaking country says, that's mine!
My brother and I was telling him, I was drunk the other night watching our old Meatball video,
Nice.
and I had an idea for Meatball 2. But even though my brother's dead, so we were thinking about reshooting it, or a new one. But like, my brother died in the last one, and then I decided to franchise it out, the Meatball business, and I end up making a ton of money on meatballs.
Was it the one where
Meat
you were like
drinks.
a gangster character?
Yeah, we'll do the meat drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I make all this money on meat drinks, and then I, along the way, lose my meatball roots, and I decide to use all my meatball money to resurrect my brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think we should do it.
I agree.
And how the hell should we do your thing? Should we have it like you're dead and kind of brain dead too, or are you gonna come back completely?
Well, I think it should be like I'm a part of the business again, and it's really successful. And I'm like, well, which one were you, Toby?
I can't even remember.
Yeah, I think so.
I might have been. I can't remember. It was Toby, and I don't. It was like Toby. I thought he was out of his mind, but he brought me back, and here I am. And then I'm just like miserable because of your success. And
And one of the scenes can be, the last scene can be, we let each other ride our bicycles.
yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
And then you could
So they end up being brotherly again.
you could push me around though for most of it. Be like, who brought you back?
I brought you back, motherfucker.
And I'm
do
just
like-
bartending and I'm putting meats in a
You do like
beer and
a pet cemetery type of thing where you bury him and he comes back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something weird like that.
I could be.
But I
evil.
can't decide if we should make. Well, what would be funny? We have you. I don't know if we want to go that in depth, but like unbury you or make it look like we're unburying you, but then you're pristine, just like come out, come out of the ground completely pristine. Where's the meatballs, brother?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
I
good.
can't remember. Your character was solemn, so that won't.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
Yeah, he
that'll
was all
work.
bummed out. No,
Like,
I think
God damn it.
maybe if it was Scarf Man coming out from the grave.
Well, I was sort of scarfy in that.
Sorta.
Sort of scarfy.
Sort of scarf.
I guess
So he
Scarf
was
Man
kinda,
is kind of
I
melancholy.
mean, most of my brother's characters are a little feminine.
and a little melancholy
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. I guess I'm a queer lady.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
He's transitioning.
My brother's a homosexual. Wait,
Yeah.
hey,
Speaking
he
of
used
that,
to be
I got
right
a
here.
cliff note if you want to hear.
Oh, really?
Oh, Cliff
dear
Note.
God. Hold on. And let me. Oh, say brothersbread.com.
Brothersbrayer.com.
Brothersbrayer.com.
Please, we need lots of different emails.
BRER.
We need all the
dot
emails.
com.
All the emails.
Oh.
Fucking Cliff Notes. Oh, I gotta listen to this on my new speakers. Fucking Cliff Notes. Fucking Cliff Notes. Same as. Fucking Cliff Notes.
So this is a little, it's like a same as at the Toro. There's this dike, and she's got a beard.
Oh no!
She's got a beard. A woman didn't have a beard when I was growing up. So
When was this?
this was
I didn't get to hear this one.
I don't know. This was this week sometime. And some woman that's transitioning
Oh wow!
at the thing.
That's really gotta
And he
blow his
doesn't know how
mind.
to describe it, and it just like dyke with a beard. I wonder if
Wow.
he says that he can't. There's no way you could say that to Linda.
Did you get
right?
any other info out of him, like how old she is or anything?
Well, she's
Or
got
has she just got a beard?
she's got a girlfriend. I mean, and I kind of was just like not. I didn't want to participate in that one.
I taunted him his condition and his dying the other day. You were there for
yeah,
it.
yeah, that was pretty
That was
good.
pretty hilarious,
yeah?
and he laughed.
Yeah.
I was like, because we were putting in a new ceiling at the tavern,
Yeah.
and I was like, how about you come out of retirement and come spray some asbestos on the ceiling for us? And he kind of lit up a little bit. No, I could.
Couldn't,
And I was like, you don't have to wear any
you don't have to
any
wear a mask.
lung
or-
protection or anything or something like that.
Wouldn't do no good now.
That shit made me laugh so hard. He went
That's
along
fucking
with it. And
funny.
he just had this little grin on his face, like he's going along with everything now.
That's
He's a
funny.
good boy.
You know, over this couple of years, I've
You've grown to
grown
hate
to
and love.
grown to love this guy. You know what I mean? I'm really kind of
We
sad
have
for
too.
him.
I kind of defended him the other day, and
Oh,
everybody
yeah?
got mad at me
Oh,
at the bar.
Who
why?
was talking shit about him?
Everybody, the whole,
Everybody.
and
Yeah.
everybody but Cliff. They're like, Cliff ain't here yet. I was like, he ain't that bad. I was like, he's just old and dying and kind of stupid.
Yeah.
You know, he just doesn't get it.
No, I know.
And they're like, but he's a bigot. And I'm like, well, but you guys just sit here and talk shit, and you're bigots too. It's no different.
Yeah.
You're just on the other side of the bar, screaming at the fucking TV. Oh,
hey, fucking Cliff Notes.
that's a good Cliff note.
Cliff Notes.
But nobody ever knows they're that bad.
Fucking Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Fucking Cliff Notes. Simons. Fucking Cliff Notes.
Yeah, that was the worst one he'd done to me in a while.
I liked it though.
Well, I know. It was just like, yeah, it was just.
But it
utter
was more
confu-
like he's trying to get info out of
He
you.
was like, "What's going on here?"
He calls my brother and I go to the sandwich shop that sells like beets and stuff. It's a vegan place, and they sell baked goods. And he's like, he calls it the Hummus Joint.
Hummus Joint.
When's the last time you been to that hummus house? I'm like, do they serve hummus? I don't even.
There might be hummus on one of the sandwiches.
I don't
or something
know.
Like that. Yeah. Well, he started
But
going
his
down there
brain
and
just-
just asking them questions.
Yeah, because we turned them on. That's what happens when you're old and retired,
Yeah.
and you got nothing to do, and you
Uh.
got money. You just drive around. Them boys were talking about hummus
That's fucking funny.
down at the
dude.
hummus house. I'm gonna go check it out.
Down At the hummus
Then he kept
house.
buying the wife a bunch of hummus sandwiches and shit, or
What?
beet sandwiches
Well, I can just.
and loaves of bread, and she probably just didn't even eat them all because he just kept buying them.
Really? Well, I'm sure every time he was in there, you don't have any meat. You don't have any cheese. Same as, how the hell you don't have no cheese in a sandwich house?
You hear this, people? And he's all just talking to
I know,
people.
and it's just some fucking emaciated hipster. You're like,
He's tired of explaining to his grandpa. And, he's having some PTSD from fucking on the good old Cliff over here.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
yeah.
What
Well, it
can
kind
you-
of reminds me of great grandma a little bit because she was always, after she found out Linda was gay or something. How do they even do anything?
Oh, I know. She asked us
Every day. I'm like,
for like a week or two.
do anything?
and I didn't want to be like, well, you see, she licks her vagina.
Well, and I'm pretty sure I told her that at one point.
I didn't want to. I'm like, I don't know. You got me, Gran.
I know what they do, Grandma.
And you know what they do too.
yeah.
You knew what they were doing.
She was curious. She wanted to try it.
I don't know if you're goddamn 100 years old. You know what they're doing.
Yeah. No, I
What
don't
about
know.
your grandpa? Did you ever hang out with your grandparents?
No, both of them. I mean, let's see. My grandpa.
I don't know that part of your family.
Yeah, so grandpa on my mom's side, he was gone before I was coherent to remember things.
Oh.
I remember bringing him beer from the refrigerator,
Nice.
and that's like my one memory of him. I think.
How old were you?
Like
infant.
Like
You're like,
3 or something like that, maybe, or 2 or
I
3
don't know
or
if I
something
ever
like
brought
that.
anybody any beer.
Yeah.
I remember my grandpa used to always babysit me, but he'd always bring like a 12-pack over, and I'm like, what the fuck? You're just gonna get drunk. Like, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Did
And
you
then-
end up drinking it?
No, I was too young.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Just throw empty cans at the baby. Here, this is your new dolly, baby.
You know?
Don't break it.
Mm-mm.
You'll hate that.
Have you ever used this fretless guitar on anything, Patrick?
No,
Does it even work anymore? Does it make sound out of
I
the
don't
pickups?
know.
Because that's interesting.
I know.
He sanded down the frets and they made this.
I
a
think we
fretless
can
guitar.
make it a.
Interesting.
But it has such a bow in it. You're like basically slicing your fingers as you're playing the guitar, which is weird. Why don't you get that same sensation from a regular ass guitar? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never really.
It's pretty.
But
crazy.
I haven't even
Well,
tried to
seemed-
touch it
if
in years.
if a bass can be fretless, I don't know why a guitar.
It
can't
can be. It's just not the
the
effect
di- the-
most guitar.
The difference.
What you would want out of it, you know.
The difference is all the bass strings are wound.
Yeah.
So like the first 4 strings sound great on here. Actually, you know what I mean? I'd say.
Yeah.
And then those top 3, it's hard to get any note out of them because you can't hold it down hard enough.
It's been a long time since I played, but I didn't remember anything ever working on that thing.
It works, but I feel kind of dumb because I bet that was kind of a rare guitar.
What was it again? It was a
It was
Yamaha.
a GTX or something.
And everyone
And it
loves
had-
Yamaha for some reason, dude.
And it
It's
had
crazy.
all these different switches and all these different pickups. I could have got something good out of it.
I know a lot of bass players that play Yamaha. It's really crazy. Like
They make good everything.
It's
I almost
funny.
got the Yamaha speakers, but they were a little out of my price range
uh,
because these bad boys were on sale.
is there Yamaha?
You're gonna get
Huh.
the Yamaha ones are nice.
Yeah.
Those are you remember those white ones at the studio?
Yeah.
Those are Yamahas.
Oh, okay. Is there Yamaha cars, man?
No, but there's bikes, bro,
I know there's bikes.
and there's 4-wheelers, bro.
Yeah. All right, Dan.
I want a mana mini mano.
I had to look that up. Onomatopoeia, don't you remember?
Onomatopoeia?
Onawana.
Onawana?
Well, maybe I looked up something wrong, but
What's I don't
something.
want a pee-pee?
Onomatopoeia.
It's onomatopoeia. That's the
Yeah.
actual word.
Was that the food thing?
Onomatopoeia. No,
It's
it's
Onamana.
What is that? I forget.
Onematopoeia.
Onamana.
What is it?
I put up Onawana. I don't know. I just remember it from a child. And I remember when I was a kid, but I put
I'm pretty sure it's
Onawana, and it came up as a camp. So I thought it was the same thing.
Onawana
So this is, I guess I'm giving everybody a free plug here.
Nice.
Onawana summer camp on the PP cast. I'm gonna do our.
I was wondering what Onawana meant.
It's something Pocahontas would say, obviously.
Okay, Trump.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, look at this! It's our
Ooh.
sponsor.
Oh, we're going to
They have
do
a huge
sponsor?
sale going on
Yeah.
right now too. It's all over Facebook.
This is our sponsorship. It's Be Fresh Clothing.
What do they do for us?
Give
Yeah.
free plugs.
That's what I'm wondering.
I
They
don't
give us
know.
free plugs.
No,
We give them free plugs.
I guess so.
Do we get vests out of this?
I don't know. I just thought it was cool that we had
Get
something we were
vests.
allowed to talk about for free. I guess 20% off.
Don't
Your
be
next
fresh,
order,
do,
fresh
do,
20
do,
in,
do,
promo
some of this
code.
video.
I don't know. They're going crazy, man. Look at that fanny
It's the most
packs.
hipster video I've ever seen.
Yep.
I like these
Is
guys.
Paul in any of this?
I kept looking for him. I didn't
He
see him.
directed it.
He's like, all right, guys,
I wouldn't be surprised.
you're using too much, whatever.
Whoa.
I don't know what the sound is. but-
What's the other guy's name? Brian?
Mm,
I don't know. He's came into the restaurant a couple times.
Hey, Brian, you got any vegan fanny packs?
Probably not. That's my guess.
I like my packs vegan.
I went to
fanny.
go get a pair of fabric shoes today. Some New Balances. And then I went to get it, and then the tongue was swayed. When I thought that was weird. So they made everything else completely,
Yeah, that is weird.
and then they made the tongue swayed. But I got these ones. They're still good. They're fabrics.
Nice.
Oh, those are good shoes.
They're nice and... You didn't look?
No, I didn't look.
I bet I spent less on them than that flat bill cap you got there.
Ah, I didn't buy this cap.
And you got gifted.
I haven't bought a hat in like years.
You stole that hat.
'Cause,
Just going around
People
stealing
used to do
hats,
that
huh?
shit to me when I wore a Superman hat once.
Oh, and they kept
And then
gifting you-
everybody's like, "You love Superman." Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
used to have all
Like,
kinds
people
of
gave me
Superman
rings. Fucking,
gifts. You only bought one thing. The
I
first
bought
thing.
yeah, and then next thing I knew, I had like 10 Superman hats. It was crazy, but I just wore them. Whatever.
He's like Clark Kent.
I
It's because you
was-
look like Clark Kent. You
That
got the
new
little
movie
curl and
sucks.
everything.
Cliff asked me if I knew who Clark Kent was,
Same as, you know.
and I was like, "Yeah, I do." And he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you do."
Oh, he was all happy about it.
He was happy about it. I gotta go pee, boy.
Oh no!
And what you been doing today, Cliff? Spraying fucking trees.
Spraying trees.
And that's what he does now. He sprays trees.
Oh, okay. So he's not doing whatever he used to do.
No, he's
Yeah.
not.
What was it?
He's he was in the trade.
In the trade.
In the trade.
I couldn't remember.
He was in.
what
I
it
think he was an installer.
Oh.
I don't know what an
Installer is. What? Like, just goes install stuff?
Hell yes, he did.
Right on.
You're damn straight. Let me look at my notes.
Who's straight?
Notes.
I'm not even
I'm
straight.
not straight.
I don't know. Are you?
I might be.
Yeah. So we got
We'll
lots
do.
of cameras here.
What we do?
Yep.
Yeah.
So how
But I-
about?
Well,
what?
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No.
I was going to talk about these guys at the bar the other day, and I thought we could do this in one of the videos, maybe even in that pizza one. But all these guys at the bar, and they're all from New York. I hope I haven't done this before.
No, I've never heard
And then
this.
it's they're just sitting there all day like, "Hey, you remember First Avenue? Yeah, I remember First Avenue. You remember 137th Street? Yeah, I remember. The pizza was great. Yeah, pizza everywhere is shit. And the subway too.
In the subway too.
What
And they
about Ninth
they're
Avenue?
like-
You
they're like-
remember-
You know what? I've noticed that people from Detroit or Michigan, one or two of the same places or whatever, they also talk very fondly about the place. Like they want to go back there, and they just
Chicago,
and,
too.
and they're stuck here because whatever.
Well,
reason,
the,
you know,
the,
you're
the
like-
New Yorkers. I've been here for 45 years. Well, why'd you leave New
because-
York? Well, New York's unlivable. It's
Can't
horrible.
live there, but it's the best at everything.
It's the best at everything.
That's what I hate.
yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is, but they say it's the best of everything.
Dude, it's crazy. Like,
And they'll say it like, you know, your pizza's pretty good, and I'm from New York. And it's like, thanks.
Yeah.
You're the fucking governor of pizza.
yeah. What makes fucking New Yorkers the governors of fucking pizza?
It's because they're probably whatever the toxic shit in their water makes the
Yeah.
dough a bit different.
It's because there's
That's my guess.
fucking 20 million people there. Someone's bound to be good at it.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
only, but still. It's
Well,
fucking,
and the thing out there too is they have those crazy
But why can't
health
you?
codes where you have to post it all,
Oh,
and they
yeah,
also the rent's so high. So if you're not the shit and you can't be good,
Right.
you get fucking
Hold on a second.
out of there.
Health codes, and they have to post what?
Their grade.
Yeah.
Oh,
everybody
really?
has a grade on their window.
Oh, really? Interesting. I'd go to only the F grade ones.
I kind of like that idea.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great
And it's
deal.
a good idea until everybody gets closed down.
yeah. That's true.
We went to speaking of which,
Everyone
we went
gets-
to that hibachi joint last night. What was it called?
Benihana.
Yeah.
it's a miracle on 34th Street.
I do remember 34th Street. Do you, Mark?
I didn't. I've never really watched that movie. Like,
No,
I've
I
seen
meant
bits
the
and pieces.
street, and we're doing a bit.
Oh, sorry. I don't like
Yeah,
New York
you
at
can't.
all. I don't want to be part of a New York bit.
It was part of your
Cool.
improv class. You failed.
Yeah, no, I'm real
Yeah.
bad.
You're like, I hated that movie.
No, I did.
We're talking grids.
Grids.
But so, they cooked my whole meal for me by myself because I didn't want anything. So they cooked me tofu. Why everybody's watching, it's hilarious.
Right.
Everything. So they cleaned the whole grill first, and then they made me vegetables, tofu, and everything. And the woman's got a shellfish.
Yeah.
So then they
They had to
cooked
do it
all
again.
her food by herself.
Wow.
But he was the absolute worst hibachi chef I ever seen in my life. Everything
Really?
he did, he dropped it on the floor. He
Damn.
threw it all over the place. And then they kept bringing him like new stuff.
Yeah.
But he hit some guy behind him with an egg. And then fucking...
Egg roll.
And then he just got this look on his face like, oh... ew. So I don't know if it was like his first...
It's
it
first,
was- but then he throws this shrimp thing behind him, and it landed on this woman, almost in her fucking drink.
oh wow. What
And then
the
she
hell?
started yelling at him. That's your drink over there. It almost got shrimped. And then he's just looking at me like, It's spicy. And then he put this crazy spicy sauce on the grill, and it fucking the whole place was like a goddamn pepper spray.
Yeah, I bet.
It was awful.
Wow.
Because those things are hot as shit. So when
Yeah.
they put that shit on, and there was this big muscle man that I took great unfondness. Is that a word? I wasn't fond of that gentleman at all. He was a muscle man prick. A. His skin was too red. B. So he spent too much time in the sun. And then he's running around going, "That's a little much, isn't it? It's a fucking hibachi place.
Right?
Everything's on fire.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Everything.
That's crazy.
It stinks in there. God damn it.
Right. Stank.
That's crazy.
I don't think I can go.
Fucking complainers, dude.
Yeah.
Like today, I was listening to a podcast, and this guy he has the movie pass, so he goes and watches a lot of movies and stuff.
Oh, I gotta get one of those.
And yeah,
They're not bad.
but he sees so many movies that he sees like the shit go down. Like if you sometimes you go in the middle of the day and like you're there and like there's another old guy. Sometimes he'll find the guy and tell him to turn down the music
Really?
or turn down the movie because it's too loud in the room or whatever.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and then there's like the opposite. Like there's that movie like Girls Night Out or Girls Out or something like that. Anyways, they're talking about some movie that there's this movie about all these girls going out. But what happened is that all the people would go from on their whatchamacallem before you
Dates?
get married.
Oh.
Before you get married, the party. Bachelorette party.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, they go on those to that movie, and they would ask the guy to fucking turn it up and pump up the fucking shit, so they could be like, blah, you know,
Oh,
you know what I
whatever.
mean? So like,
What a shitty
I just
bachelorette
can't believe-
party, though.
I wouldn't ask anybody to
There's
do
a
anything
guy-
ever.
I couldn't
Isn't
imagine.
it a robot?
That's
yeah.
what I assume.
No, they have someone up there
go
with a projector.
find they go find someone to tell someone.
They're just
to-
screaming, "Robot!
Robot.
Mar!"
It's too.
They're like, Alexa, turn up the movie. It's like you're not fucking home, bitch.
That's really annoying.
But I couldn't go to a movie and be. I mean, I have gone where I thought that maybe it was a little too loud. I went to some of this like a Star Wars screening, and it was fucking too loud, dude.
That's
Like,
almost the reason to go
I'm
to
a
a movie.
fucking
Yeah, it
rock
is.
and roller. Yeah, like I'm a rock and roller. It was too loud though, man. Like it fucking hurt.
No, I know
Like,
what you mean, though.
But I would never go find someone and be like, "Hey, could you turn it?"
I used to
down?"
get anxiety when I'd get all high on sativa. And
Yeah.
it got too loud and started thumping my chest.
Oh yeah.
And I started
don't
looking
like-
around like, I don't know any of these people.
I've only gotten
All
that
I
in
get-
cars.
And then like my
Yeah.
wrestling bag, I get real paranoid because I'm fucking opening my gummy bears too loud. Like, oh, they're all looking at me. I know it. And then they're all behind you because
Yeah.
you showed up late.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All those movies leak online now. It's like 2
Oh, yeah, you've
weeks.
never
I'm just
seen a
like,
movie in
fuck
a
it.
theater, have you?
Yeah.
I've seen
he's-
many movies in theaters. But the only reason I'm going to go to the theater is IMAX.
Sure.
The last when I went to go see that Straight Outta Los Angeles movie a couple of years ago with
Yes.
the NW3,
Oh, yeah.
and they so the guy there's
Oh.
this fucking pasty
Straight out of
ass
Compton.
yeah this pasty ass white fella right next to me, and he's just singing along to all the songs.
God.
Oh,
And it's just terrible. And I'm thinking, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. But eventually, somebody must have gone and complained because an usher came up and was like, "Sir, could you please shut the fuck up?
Would you stop singing rap tunes?
This is not for you, sir."
That's
But then,
great.
you can't even do that because there's words
yeah.
that they say there, and then you just have this
Yeah.
white guy screaming those words.
Yeah.
Oh,
in the
he was
middle of-
saying all of them?
He was
Oh
saying-
yeah, it was like I'm just like no.
Yeah,
you
you can't
be
do
doing
that. I mean, I do it in my car all the time.
You can do it in your car.
Say
Nobody's
you can
there.
sing along. Fuck that. That's a stupid rule.
Not in
Not in
public
a
when there's a
movie.
family
I don't
of
care if it's
black
public. If
people
they're
next to
saying
you
it,
getting
why
mad
can't
at
I
you.
say it? If
Well,
I'm
you
singing
try
along,
it.
I don't see what's wrong with it.
They'll punch you. You're
You don't
you're
get to pick.
I just think
You're
it's a
legally
stupid
allowed
rule.
to say. You could say it all you
I
want.
wouldn't do it,
I
but I
definitely-
still don't think it's.
I see both sides of the argument because when I'm singing a song, I don't edit it out.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? And people got mad at me for it. And I'm like, what the fuck? If they
That's
didn't
what
want
he
me to sing it,
says.
then I
Yeah.
can't fucking sing it. Then
No,
fuck you.
It doesn't matter how you feel about
I
it
know.
anymore. We're done.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, I know.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
I understand.
Unfortunately.
And I get it. But fuck, man.
You see, like Al
We're not gonna
Franken-
have
We're
any
nerfing
words
the
left.
world right now.
I'm not saying that from that, but like people are saying that people are trying to stop saying crazy. Have you heard that?
Yeah,
What?
crazy,
Because-
crazy.
because it's
because people are crazy
Yeah, but no,
and they don't want to deal with it, so
Because
I
it-
can't say it anymore.
something about being kind to mental health type shit. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, we need some fucking words to describe things, you
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna take everything away? I don't get it.
No,
Like,
and it's
why do we have to be fucking so incensed about everything?
No,
you know?
we're in a
It's
process
disgusting.
of
I hate
changing
it.
everything. You can't say retarded anymore.
Yeah.
When there was a
Yeah.
time when that was like
That was
literally
the
it was
definition.
literally
No.
yeah.
because of retarded
medical
is
fucking tard.
retarded is
Yeah.
And we kind of
It's-
got both
yeah.
sides of it because when we were young, we were allowed to say it,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then you hit about I was probably about 15. Not allowed to say it anymore.
Yeah.
I think it's more offensive
But-
to call it
I mean,
the
I don't
I
know.
say it all the
terminology
time.
now.
I don't
Yeah.
give a
The
shit.
actual terminology is mongoloid idiot.
Well, I
way
know
more-
that's true.
That's way more
It
offensive.
is. It really is.
Well,
But
yeah,
when I was in the orchestra, to retard is to slow down, and every time they would say it, I didn't want to say it. That's how stigmatized I was as a kid.
That's crazy.
well, now what they
That's
say
before
that
the
they're-
tavern got me.
Well, I know, but now that what do they say? They say something like they're. I don't even think they say mentally. It's something like mentally delayed or
Delayed?
delayed, which is
It's
the-
retarded.
which is a literal synonym of retarded, delayed,
yeah.
Yeah.
or like
Or
it's
just
like
slow.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know, but you
His autism special they did this week with
No.
Stephen Colbert and shit.
no.
No.
I would have.
And like make jokes that are just Ontario with it. They just synced it up. You can sync it up live and listen to them. Just make jokes about it the whole
Do you
time.
like my new late night host pose?
oh yeah, it's good. It's
I
a
got
good
a pen
pose.
and everything.
It's strong.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my host
It's
post.
strong. It
Every once in a while you click it.
Do we have to block out our drink name?
I don't know.
No.
Ah, fuck.
I don't think
Miller
it's
Lite's
possible.
searching the internet that
There's
hard.
like 2 people fucking watching this
Oh, I
shit.
know,
No one
I
gives
know.
a-
Zero.
Actually, we have 0.
I know.
We still have a strong download.
yeah.
We still get about 200, 300 a week. I don't know from who.
It's all Pete.
From the
And-
audio. From the audio.
And they charge me.
You
That's
get
how I
about
know.
35 views on the YouTube page too. I feel like.
Yeah, it's usually 35 to. We have 40 subscribers, and almost all of them watch us.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty
though.
good.
40 subscribers is a lot
And
more than a
35
lot of people.
on the average week.
Hey,
That's not
if-
bad.
If you're tuning to this and you're not subscribed, just click the little subscribe button.
Yeah,
under us.
subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
Go to BB Podcast. Nope, that's nothing. Hold
Nope.
on.
Nope.
Let me
Brothersbrer.com. Brothers.
on this one?
B-R-E-R.
Brother, how is it with a B-E-R and the E-R?
Yeah.
That's
I'm about
Paul's
to reload
part.
it. If you want, I don't care.
Yeah, so I got these new studio monitors.
Oh, it's not synced up anymore.
They're nice. They're nice studios.
I know, I messed with it.
Yeah, you fucked it.
It was cool.
You got to listen to it. I'll play you a little something before you leave.
I ain't listening to nothing. I'm leaving before
That
the podcast ends.
Esperanza Spalding sounds especially good on there.
Oh, yeah?
That's why I test all my stuff too. There's like so much depth to that recording. If you haven't listened to Esperanza Spalding, she's an incredible singer, bass player, and she's pretty good looking too.
Yeah, I like that song. It's funny. The song I really like is the radio song that she does. But and I
Isn't
know-
it even called Radio
Yeah,
Song?
it's called Radio Song, and it's fucking hilarious because I'm sure that's a song that she probably hates, and like the rest of the
I'm
album is
sure.
probably like the shit, the other shit that she really wants. And I actually just really like that song, and I mean I like the rest of the
I'm with
album.
you. I like
The
it
rest
a lot
sounds
too.
good, but I like that song.
I like how she Esperanza Spalding.
You never heard
You know what?
it.
If you listen to lyrics, it's all about
Keep singing
kind of being a good
around.
woman to your man and shit.
Really?
And it's like, yeah, that's how it should be.
I agree.
You treat me good.
I like Esperanza. She plays the bass right.
Bass get fiddle,
Esperanza.
Got a nice little voice on her.
I reckon.
Yeah.
And a big afro.
Yep.
At least at
I
that
bet
point
that
in
would
time.
be really hot.
A
A
fro?
big afro.
Just
Like
a
hot
lot
as
of
in
hair.
sexy or hot
Just-
as in
It is.
Heat.
Well, no,
hot.
that's hot visually.
Dude, having a lot of hair like that. I mean, I had an afro, but it was like a Greg Brady afro.
A
You
Greg
know what I mean? It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was more
He
like
always
that.
had long hair.
But,
that's great.
yeah, that shit is fucking hot, and
I
it's
bet.
terrible to have in the summer.
You know, I cut my hair when me and the woman started dating. That was about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I started growing it long again right before her and I started dating. And then I should have fucking kept that shit because now I would look like a complete prick with long hair because my hair's too thin on top.
I'm thinking I should grow my hair out.
You guys should.
That bald, long-haired look.
Oh, it's the worst look ever.
We should
well, you
start a
should do that
band,
for
too.
the meatball video.
Yeah.
Film
We
it
should
next
really,
year.
really get these meatball boys looking bad.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying we should shave around the middle or something. Like Paul had that couple
Fucking
weeks
Paul.
ago.
I remember when you did that shit.
Yeah.
That was great.
Did you see that?
No.
He
Yeah.
shaved the Friar Tuck patch.
Friar Tuck.
Friar Tuck.
I think he just showed us the tavern and then went and shaved the rest of his hair.
I'm sure.
I'm just gonna grow a Hitler stash and shave everything else.
I've seen him with a Hitler
bro.
stash.
Wow,
Yeah,
bro.
every time I shave a Hitler.
I never
I
think
did that
about it, and
last
then I
time,
feel stupid.
And I was gonna come to work, but I was like,
Probably-
nah, this looks stupid.
You probably
Yeah,
got
you already got a reputation.
You probably got a General E. Lee statue in your fucking bedroom.
I
General
like
E.
it.
Lee wasn't even that bad.
I was thinking about that shit. All those guys were horrible people. I was thinking about that goddamn war the other day. I was watching some special or something. People were like with picnic baskets on the hill watching these people kill each other.
Yeah.
And like almost a million people died.
Yeah,
for
it was
real
like
horrible.
It was like 500 odd thousand.
Well, it was
Yeah,
like closer to
5 or
7,
6
and then
of them.
like because of the diseases
Yeah.
and shit after the fact,
Biodiesel.
like it was like a goddamn million people.
See, people, they want to talk about like I can't even imagine as awful as I'm sure being shot up and all that stuff is. I think bayonet fighting has got to be probably
Oh,
a
Jesus
rather
Christ.
unpleasant form of warfare.
That whole entire,
that's
and they just
right?
when they walked up to each other,
It's very
shot.
gentlemanly.
Yeah, like,
each
are
other
you
in the
I'm
fucking
going
serious?
to kill you now.
And then the generals and stuff are just like in a tent over there. What their did they have record players by that point? Probably
No.
close.
I used to get high all the time on those battlegrounds back home.
I've been on them before. I find
Wilson's
it kind
Creek.
of not satisfying, fascinating.
No, our school was like right next to it, so we always sneak
It was
away at recess,
satisfying
like,
feeling that death.
middle school
Ooh.
lunch and go get high over there.
But I've only felt that weird feeling twice. Is
Yeah.
on those battlefields and then when I was at a concentration camp in Europe.
Mm.
You just kind of feel, and it's not like you feel people there. You just like start thinking about everything, and then it's like, what the fuck
Slaughterhouse
is
is
wrong?
like
And then
that,
you just
too.
feel this weird, ominous.
It's like the hash of death.
I went to the Museum for the Murdered Jews of Europe, and that's literally the name of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, that you can't get more explicitly named than that.
What is it called?
The Museum for the Murdered Jews of Europe.
Wow.
And
That's
it's in Berlin. and they've
Holy
just got,
fuck.
I mean, it's just horrible. And it's just,
no, that's. it
I mean,
should
the
be
whole
called that,
thing,
though.
it was like postcards that people were sending to each other right before they got snapped up, and piles of shoes and I mean, it was. I was quite unwell. I mean, I've got no soul, and I cried. You know,
right.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Mass
I'll
death's
tell
a
you what,
crazy thing.
I can see that.
I didn't cry because I was trying to fuck this bitch.
Speaking of crying, that Lynch cried on the sidelines
Oh,
yesterday.
jeez, dude.
For what?
I was
Hurry
wondering
up,
who
bro.
cried because the woman said someone cried.
He
Dude.
hurt his knee or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you tore your
that's fine.
ACL, maybe
Yeah.
because you're out for the season, there's your big chance. Blah blah.
Well, I think
blah.
this-
fuck that.
I think he
knee
realized.
pain's pretty bad.
Well, my NFL career is definitely over now because
Oh, yeah.
I had 22 yards passing,
Yeah,
and
and they didn't score a touchdown until Trevor came into the game. Yeah,
I didn't watch much of it after the fight.
let me eat some of that pot.
All right.
Good job.
Eat it.
He's going to shove it in his mouth. I used to always eat just straight weed.
It's actually got a lot.
I
of
remember
health
you used to
benefits.
do that.
I like the taste of it.
It's got a lot
Yeah.
of health benefits. for
Actually,
you.
yeah,
Does
that's
it?
the thing is that if like we were growers, what I would be doing
It
is I
wasn't to
would
get
actually
high or anything.
I would totally be juicing it. You can actually just juice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
Fresh
Get
Tommy
yourself a
Chong
nice
did.
little ninja.
That's what
it's worth
Tommy
the
Chong did
investing.
for his cancer. Juice cannabis.
I mean, I don't get to use it. The woman uses it.
Ninja.
Ninja.
It's a whole nother set of cannabinoids that you don't get, or that you
Yeah.
get. You know what I mean?
Cannabinoid.
Yeah, because they're not
Cannabinoid.
they're not
Da, da,
decarboxylated,
da, da.
and it won't get you high.
What'd you say? They live on a boxcar?
Decarboxylated.
That's some
Cannabinoid.
homeless ass cannabinoids.
You
Tommy
goddamn
Chong would,
cannabinoid.
Have you ever seen Tommy Chong's
He put
cancer
he
remedy?
put
or
oil
whatever?
in his butt.
The
He would
Yeah.
he would juice a whole plant every day,
In
oh
his
sure,
butt.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. No,
and
no,
then
no.
he put a funnel in his ass.
and then he would do the fuck. I forget the guy's name. The Rick Simpson oil.
CBD in the butthole. Brr, 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 brr. CBD in the butthole.
That's funny.
CBD in the butthole.
I learned that you can just capsule up shit and put it in your butt, and it works, and it's all good.
But why would you
It would
want
depend
to?
what, right? Like, he couldn't do that with weed.
No, seriously, yeah. No,
Really?
actually, because I was watching.
Try it.
I was watching a video on how to make a Fico or the Phoenix Tears or the Rick
Right.
Simpson oil shot.
What?
And
Feco oil.
the stuff that
Feco.
cures quote unquote cures cancer and other diseases and stuff like that.
I think it stops it from spreading. Doesn't
Well,
cure it.
I
So it's
You know,
fecal
Just to
matter?
be, just to be.
no.
It's reefer fecal?
CBD
No, no, no.
in
Everyone
the
stands for
butthole.
It's
Fecal
Rick Simpson
stands for
oil.
something.
It's basically like how I make my
CBD in a
tincture,
butthole.
basically, except they cook it down more.
That's a tough word for me.
Tincture.
I think about it when I...
Tincture.
Because it should be two different
It
two
should
different
It
words.
should be Tincture.
We've gone through this.
I know
we
we have, but you just made me think about it.
tincture.
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 Spell it again. Tincture.
Tincture.
Yeah.
Tincture.
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 Tincture. So when you say it fast, it's tincture.
Tissue.
So that's how you should say it, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
I
cool.
busted your bubble. Everybody in the world.
Right.
Tincture.
Right. Yeah, but anyways,
Tincture.
yeah, this guy put in a
Go to a Spencer and
syringe.
ask for it like that.
He's like,
I'm gonna. You think I won't?
No, I know you will.
Well, but I won't buy it. I'll just be like, "Where's your tincture?" And then, that's too strong for me, mister. Where's your lowest whatever?
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
banana way.
I had that lined up last week. Good. Now I can't line it up.
Yeah,
What are you lining up?
he killed it.
I killed it.
It looks cool though.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah, I'm on top.
It
of
looks
you.
cool, dude.
You blew your mind, boys.
Have you seen this? I'm sure you have. There's some Vice show. Some guy goes around doing all these drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia.
Yeah.
That looks
Hamilton's
freaky.
Pharmacopoeia.
Holy
Good
shit.
It is crazy.
He does
Dude.
like everything.
It's so funny because
Yeah.
I watched that shit when it first started,
Yeah.
and then like I watched a recent video, and I was like,
You get-
"This motherfucker looks old as fuck."
I bet he does, doesn't
He's
he?
all fucked
The
up.
first episode of
It's
the
all
first
6
season
months
though,
later.
was South African Quaaludes, and he goes to like this
Wait, hold on.
random homeless people.
What makes it South African?
He goes to South Africa.
It's just because of the location.
Yeah, it's the only place in the
It's
world
not
that
like
still
a
produces
special-
Quaaludes.
Oh, I didn't know that there's a place that still did
Yeah.
that.
Then
That's
why is the
interesting.
United States not have them everywhere?
Because they don't are illegally distributing
Well,
producing
I
them.
know that, but
Through
obviously,
the crack road or whatever. What's that?
Yeah. I'm sure you could probably get them on the black market on the
do you
dark
think
web and
there's any
shit.
tincture of it?
No, everyone's just into opiates. They don't give a shit about
Yeah.
the fucking goddamn.
All right, so what is this?
But he goes and just like smokes this shit with like these random homeless people. I'm just like, what the fuck
See,
is
that's
this
what
guy
I'm.
doing?
I wish I had that kind of
Yeah.
lack of inhibition.
Yeah,
Mm.
Is that what the right description?
The
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't
Lack
think
of
I'm
I
too
couldn't
scared to
quite
judge
do
shit.
that.
I wish I fucking could. Because every
I've
time
gotten
I see
better.
that, I am. Yeah, you do a lot more kind of weird shit than I do.
Yeah.
I still won't even do anything weird.
you're a weirdy boy.
I tried to talk the woman into like observing me while I'm on shrooms
Yeah.
because she's like one of the only few people that can talk me down,
Yeah.
Sure.
and she's like, "No."
Hell no.
I'm like, "Well, what the fuck?"
I did mushrooms
means
on
I'm gonna-
Saturday.
I was gonna say that means I'm gonna have to do it on my own. is
And
what
then
I'm
I-
saying.
Chris.
I don't
yeah,
know.
dude.
They can take care
And then
of
it
you.
was funny because like Noemi came home with
Nice.
Terry, and I'm just like fucking, and I took
Oh, you did it when she wasn't home.
yeah. I'm just
Did
like,
you hear my inflection?
I'm-
Wasn't home.
wasn't home.
That means it's a question.
So I'm just staring at my paintings and I'm listening to records. And I'm just like, you know what, Matt'll know. Like when you do mushrooms, like your phone looks sparkly.
Yes.
So what do you
I
mean
don't
now?
even touch my phone.
No,
Give it
no,
away from me.
it'll look. I can't describe it, but it's
All the colors are just
like
super
off
bright.
of it or around
well, it just
it.
looks like it's
freaks me out,
It's
for
coming
sure.
from
I just-
fairyland.
Yeah, I get
Or if
to-
you ever like
I
talk
get
to somebody on the
distracted.
phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to do the Uber on the way home.
That's a trip.
I did mushrooms at the club. The last time I did mushrooms at the club with my friends, and I had to order the Uber home.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was all fucked up. And then like I was sitting there with like my my fucking arms wrapped around my legs, like in the front seat, and then I was just like. It's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. And then like, I'm like, I shouldn't have ate all those mushrooms, guys. And like, it's just all funny, dude. I don't know.
I
And-
overthink it always.
And then the fucking driver kind of freaked out a little bit, I think.
Yes, and
Yeah,
my
he-
country would kill you for this.
He kind of freaked out because I was just like I was just sitting there and I wasn't saying anything, and then I just started cracking up. I was like,
Well, that's what my downfall was. Noemi came home with Terry, and I was like, "Oh shit, I can't do people right now."
Yeah,
And then-
especially when
then-
it's like someone else's friend.
Yeah.
I know you're friends with her, but
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But, and I just started busting out laughing a lot, and I was just laughing, and then and like I mean nothing. Like I mean it was Noemi said like, and then we went
I'm such a
to
pussy.
the grocery
Jesus
store,
Christ.
and then I just bursting out laughing, and eventually she was like, "What the fuck are you on?" I'm like, "You're on something."
Yeah, you
That's
fucking.
you.
Don't you
But
tell
of course,
me.
of course, I was on mushrooms because. But I was like, "What the fuck do you think I'm on?" Like, I'm enjoying life way too much. I'm not, this.
Was it you that was telling me last week that they can extract the psilocybin?
Yeah.
And it's just like a jelly type of deal
it's
or
like
something
it's
like
just
that?
like they do the
Goo.
THC resin.
It's a goo, and
Yeah,
you can
it's a
smoke
goo.
it, right?
You can smoke it or you can eat it. But
God damn it, I
Why
want
would you
that.
smoke
Yeah.
it? Why would you smoke it though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Somebody.
you can smoke regular
No,
shrooms. too,
Noemi's
I mean.
told me about it that she used to get some goo that was psilocybin, and she would smoke it, and it was
I've
the
always
best
wanted
way
to
to
try
do.
I wonder how you extract it.
It was the best
can you
way to
extract
do
it
it
at
ever.
home?
Probably. I mean,
Didn't you say you used to smoke that shit on weed or something?
yeah, you can smoke shrooms.
Yeah,
Oh,
Billy.
you're a
Do you
kid.
remember Billy Horton?
It's
Yeah.
water soluble.
His mother
'Cause of the
always
teas.
Yeah, I
mixed
don't know any
in
of the science.
mushrooms
You hear this?
with her pot.
Sorry, go on.
How
Used to
this
mix
guy
shrooms
used
with
to,
the weed.
Yeah, his mom always mixed mushrooms with the weed, which explains why he had the only good weed at that time.
Well, I heard smoking the mushrooms is actually fucked up, but smoking the psilocybin, I could see that being okay.
Well,
That's what I
maybe
mean.
it just looked like
Maybe
pop.
you
Maybe
smoked
there
the
was just
goo.
some. Maybe I did,
Yeah.
and I loved it. I fucking. And no wonder I like it so much. I mean, it was
'Cause
like
you
it
were
was
a
just
child.
Yeah, it was the best ever.
Yeah.
I remember him
Interesting.
telling me that, and I was petrified. Oh my lord, he's on the hallucinogenies.
Those hallucinogenies.
Those things are the worst.
But
They're
it
the
wasn't.
scariest.
But that stuff.
Yeah, I'll run
I mean, it
upstairs,
wasn't like
tell your
being on
mom.
mushrooms to me. It was like
Yeah.
pretty good and all that stuff. But it wasn't like
a little bit different.
It was, and it doesn't look like.
See, and
everything's-
I really enjoy that.
swirly.
Like even when I'm regular stoned,
They
or
probably
even
said-
when I'm not stoned, I really appreciate like certain, say, graphics in a movie or a painting or something. That shit really gets
Music's
me
always
going.
my
Yeah.
favorite.
You're not gonna have a bad time. You're gonna look at a tree for like 3 hours and be like, "This is." The fucking
Well, that's
You
what I'm
might
saying.
waste a
I
lot
kind of
of
already
time.
do that a lot, so I'm
I
kind
know.
of worried.
Yeah, no, but trust me, you ain't seen a tree yet.
Yeah,
That's true.
100%
it's
true.
it's a whole nother
I
experience.
want to plant
man.
a
That's
fucking
crazy.
50 trees in my backyard.
Okay.
Well, yeah, so-
And then do mushrooms.
And then I'll do mushrooms
There you
in
go.
10 to 12 years.
Yeah, when they have
When they're
time.
all nice and covering my neighbors up.
No one
good.
can see me.
I purposely, I'm pretty sure I annoy the guy next door.
Yeah.
He's this, we call him, well, they call him something. I call him Dave. I hope that's his name. And I think they call him Grizzly Adams, like you just said earlier. That's why it made me confused.
Stay on point like
But he's, he's got like a
Adams.
beard that's, 2 feet long, and his hair is old and gray, long gray. And I say hi to him every fucking time I'm out there, and I know it annoys him.
Yeah.
Even at night, he'll be letting his dog out to take a shit, and I'm like, "Hey, Dave, how's it going over there?" It's cool. Everything's fine. That's cool, Dave. I'll see you next time I'm out.
My
Side.
name is Skip.
Maybe that's why he doesn't like me much.
Yeah.
But every time he comes up to me, he tells me something bad about another neighbor.
Oh, really?
But
He's
not
like
like-
gossipy.
Yeah, he's kind of gossipy, but then the guy across the street's gossipy, but it's two different perspectives.
That's
So it's
funny.
kind of weird. Because I don't.
At least you're getting the full story.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious. Well, the one guy told me, "You better not leave your phone outside. You can't trust those people next door as far as you can throw them." And that's the black family, obviously.
He was talking about Walter.
He was.
You better don't leave your phone around your father-in-law.
He'll steal that bastard.
They're just looking for phones out
Well,
there.
I had left my phone outside, and how the hell did he know that?
Yeah.
So he was snooping around.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Interesting, huh?
Oh, that's funny. That's even funnier.
And then these people are kind of white trash. And they don't really talk to anybody, but they got this cute dog named Jojo. And every time I go up to it, it urinates profusely. So I like doing that just so it annoys them.
Oh, that's good.
I'm like, "Hey, Jojo, get over here." And they're like, no, don't go across the street. Hey, get over here, Jojo. And then I pet it off, and then it pees.
I gotta figure. One of my neighbors is keeping a marsupial in their garage.
A what?
For real?
A marsupial.
Like a
What's that again?
koala?
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
I don't
It's
know
like
what
a-
the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. It's like a wallaby or a wombat.
What?
I don't know what the fuck they have.
And how did you see it?
Shit, I drove past her one day and she's just holding this fucking thing with a pouch in front of her. I'm like,
That's-
what
Is
the-
it a
Okay,
fucking
thank you.
sloth?
No, it ain't no sloth.
Marsupial's just. It means it has a pouch, right?
Yeah.
It's like a kangaroo.
So a kangaroo or a koala, right?
Well, it ain't. It wasn't. It was. It wasn't. It was.
That's about it,
It was
ain't
kind
it?
of a combination between a kangaroo and a koala.
Interesting.
It looked like koala fur, but it was bigger.
Well, I got some roosters across the way.
Dude, if your fucking neighbor has a kangaroo, I gotta come over. That's the shit.
I want which one?
I wanna
Well,
get high with a
it's
kangaroo.
I don't know. It's like 2 or 3 units down, and then
Like
I drove
start
by,
crossing
and she
down?
just has this cage in her garage. That's the
Is it
only.
heated?
I
That's
don't know.
ridiculous.
No,
Shit
it's
can't
one
be legal.
cage. No, there's one. I know. I gotta fucking call animal control or something. I don't want him to shoot the koala.
Right. They
What
probably
you
take
gotta
to a
do?
zoo.
You know
He's
what I'm
been
gonna
holding out
That's
for an
probably
hour.
just
Sorry. You know what I'm gonna do? You could do it too,
Huh?
because my animals are getting old. I'll call animal control about the koala across the street, and then like throw 2 or 3 cats.
It's like, hey, these guys are gone too.
Ah, these cats are. Oh dear, they've been around. They've been around the block for. Oh dear, they're just feral.
Oh, that's great.
That's
That's a great idea.
So like
dude.
every couple of weeks, I'll
That's
throw a
such
couple
good
cats,
idea.
and I'll be out of cats in a couple of years.
My goodness, that's great.
I don't understand people that get exotic pets like that, though. It's so stupid.
Well, one of those dudes. So
get
when
a
we used to
Black
hang
Panther.
out at Dave's house a long time ago, I always lie about this part of the story. I mix 2 stories together, but nobody knows because
Right.
I'm a bartender. They believe everything I say.
Right?
Yeah. No more trustworthy member
That's
society.
kind of what it is.
than
And
the
there's the
bartender.
mailman and the bartender.
Yeah.
That's about it. So Mark and I would hang out at this fella, our singer Dave's house, and party all the time. And these guys across the street, there were some Mexican guys. It was like kind of, and they always tried to get us to do coke with them. Do you remember that? And they're like, one time we went over there, he's like, "You like my girlfriend's titties?" And we're all like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty good titties. Let's go do some coke." And then there's some guys behind him that had all these pythons and shit. And then one of the pythons ended up eating the guy, like years later.
What?
Did you ever hear about this?
No.
And so I always say it was the cocaine guy that got ate by the python.
You'd have to be like passed out to get eaten by a snake, wouldn't you?
But it
Don't
was
they
so,
eat you like super slow?
No, you fucking if it gets
Oh,
a
I guess
hold of
they-
you
If they
and
kill
start
you first, I
squeezing
guess.
your
I didn't think
ass,
about
you're
that.
fucking done for. Because the pythons don't have the
It
venom,
didn't
right?
Eat him, he killed him, right?
Yeah, had to
squeezed
kill
the
him
sh-
first
No, he
and then eat
squeezed
him.
him and then ate him up.
Wow.
Because they crush your bones and shit.
Yeah.
You ever hear Carl Pilkington's way to escape a python?
No.
Make sure it starts eating you by the feet first, and that way
Ah.
you can cut its jaw open.
Well, there you go. That guy didn't listen, though.
That guy didn't
Do you know
listen,
if you get-
apparently.
I'm surprised you don't remember that.
Did you know if you get ate by a bear, they eat you asshole first?
Well, it's the
Asshole's
easiest.
Good, yeah.
I think most animals, actually. Haven't you ever
Really?
seen that video? I think fucking
Asshole first. That's
Tosh had it on there. Yeah, it's the softest place.
You gotta be alive for that a little bit.
Is it
Think about
asshole
it.
or ass?
No, it's
No,
asshole.
it's asshole. That's how they get in there.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah,
as everything
because-
starts to rot, then it's easier to.
Ugh.
Haven't you ever seen that? Like these hyenas trying to eat this elephant, and then like, yeah, they pull on the intestines or something, and everything came out. It's awful.
Oh,
Awful.
it's still alive too. Oh.
No, I think it was pretty much dead.
Yeah. Okay.
That one, hyenas are usually scavengers, aren't they?
No, I think hyenas are hunters.
I thought they were the scavengers.
Well, maybe
they
that's
just
what
waited
it
for
is.
everybody.
No, you might be right.
Yeah, they like
I
the
saw the Lion King
scavenging of
once.
the
I
That's
wouldn't.
about
I wouldn't want to get
Look it
mixed
up.
up. But they fight with lions and shit.
Yeah.
And they win sometimes.
Well, I bet because they're fucking gang up on them, right?
Yeah. They're
Hey,
crazy.
do we got any emails while you're in there?
Let me look.
Yeah.
God, I got another
You
beer.
got some GPS on your thing?
Yeah.
We have 0 emails. If you'd
That's
like
a
to write
lie. I
us-
think you got
You checked the junk box?
Let me check
He's
the junk box.
That's our IT department. That's our IT. Mark's our media consultant, and my brother's the IT department.
In our spam box, we got, will history know your name?
Hell yeah, Will. BB
The
podcast.
Enigma Box Challenge.
The Enigma Box Challenge?
Yeah, Enigma
What
Box.
does that
What the
mean?
fuck is it?
I don't know. Some kind of shit. I don't fucking know what
That
it
box
is.
is an enigma, bro.
It's fucking spam, and they're getting a. Oh, it's a Kickstarter email.
Oh, nice.
I'm sick and tired of everybody wanting money, goddamn.
Right.
There's some certain projects that deserve money, trust me. And I like that you can support them easily.
Yeah.
But everybody doesn't need any fucking money.
I liked what Super
It is
Troopers,
crazy.
like the Super Troopers 2, they crowdfunded it all through Kickstarter or whatever. That's a good
That makes
idea.
sense because
like
they
that.
have a product that people want.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But everybody's funeral or medical
Yeah, that
costs
shit
Or
pisses
my trip to Pango.
yeah,
Pango.
it's like
That one really
trips.
pisses me off when
It's
people
so
are
easy
like,
to scam people that
pay
way
for my
too.
trip to
Like
go
the
to-
Vegas
Well, you
shooting
know what?
and stuff.
That happened to me. I got scammed, kind of.
Yeah.
Not
People do it all
because
the
one
time.
of our
like,
friends passed away, and they had this thing for because his body couldn't get released,
Yeah.
and so I gave him $100 towards it. I was like, whatever. And the guy who set it up ended up going to jail, and like months later he got out. And at that point, I didn't give a shit.
Yeah. People do it all the time for tragedies like the
That
Vegas
sucks.
shooting and stuff. They'll set up a GoFundMe as soon as it happens.
Oh, I bet, and then they just keep
people
it
put
all.
like $10,000s in there. And
Well, and that's the
Is
thing
that-
is,
Is that illegal?
yeah.
not
It's
yet.
definitely illegal.
No, I
I would
want
assume.
I'm gonna start
I would
doing that
assume.
shit.
That it's
I
illegal.
bet it's
but
not yet
I don't know. Yeah, I would just assume there would be
because they're too
money.
busy worrying.
I think it's a
about
matter how you
dumb
word
shit.
it on the Kickstarter. That's why they don't kick you off. But I don't know if it's legal.
I know they.
Help me raise
I know they
money.
pull some shit here and there for
Yeah.
ethical reasons.
I'd be happy to go to prison for that. For, like,
Well, the
something
thing
really
is
fucked
like
up.
just random people are like, "Oh, hook me up with this funeral cost," and then, the funeral costs, and they're gonna cremate him. It costs $50
Right.
and a couple pieces of bread.
I think they make you put.
And then
they make
you get,
buy
like,
a fancy box. to
Well, I know, but then they get like $30,000.
You can get it in a bag too.
and then they just get all that fucking money. So they,
yeah, they'll give it to you in a plastic bag too if you don't want to pay anything.
but still, it's like $1,000. Getting like a
Really?
full-on fufuneral is like
Yeah.
tens of thousands of dollars.
Well, Randy's mother, he had her in a fucking Denver Post newspaper bag.
Did he really?
yeah.
Well,
I'm not
he
even-
did
Randy
that
from
after
work?
the fact.
No,
He
no. Trust me, this is how I know Randy's gonna die. I've never met
It's
a
a different
Randy that
Randy.
didn't die.
That's good.
But yeah, no, I was just over there, and he was supposed to give me his mother's
Uncle
ashes.
Dead Randy.
Uncle Dead Randy.
Uncle Dead
He was like,
Randy.
"Yeah, let me
I
give you
love
my
that.
mother's ashes," and then he died before I could get him.
Wow. So
He's one of our favorite people of all time.
I got an answer to your hyena question.
Oh yeah, that was a while
So-
ago. Sorry.
Spotted hyenas may kill as many as 95% of the animals they eat, while striped hyenas are largely scavengers.
Aha! So I've seen two
So
different.
it's like two different depending
Animal.
on the species.
That used to be one of my
man.
favorite things to do when I was on painkillers.
Look up shit about animals.
No, that was before the internet was the best. I'd sit there and watch animal shows.
Ah.
I get so fucked up and watch. What was that first thing? Life or something?
oh yeah, life and planet Earth.
Planet Earth.
Planet. Now
When
that
was the
a
first
show.
Oh,
one?
Planet Earth. Yeah, that's still
Planet
on
Earth
Netflix.
It was
the
a
first
long
one.
time ago.
I'm
No,
pretty sure
I
Planet
thought that
Earth
was
was first.
after you. I was.
What was in our first apartment? Me and you used to get so fucked up there.
And watched an animal show.
I
No.
watched animal shows on
Planet-
painkillers there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were there. That's what I remember.
What I remember about that place was just watching you play Grand Theft Auto for a couple of years.
and
We
shooting-
kind of did do that.
And shooting
And they get fucked
airsoft
up.
guns at each other.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you ever enjoy
That's how
that?
that
You sure
happened,
watched
isn't
me
it?
play
Yeah.
video games a lot back then.
Exactly.
No, I liked watching Grand Theft Auto. I
That one
did.
was a
it's
good
always
one.
an
I didn't want to play it at all, but
He
I
never played any of
wanted-
them.
I wanted to, I did
'Cause he
play
did, he
Grand
wa-
Theft Auto.
I always wondered because I felt like I was taking up all the time.
No,
and-
I'd be all drunk. I
and
had
he
a
just
TV
sat
in my
there.
room. And
Yeah,
no, I liked the Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was funny when you like raped a prostitute or something.
I did nothing of the
The
sort.
next Grand Theft Auto is gonna be crazy because
He was
it's
just a
definitely gonna be
customer.
VR. Like,
I've played all of them. You
Yeah.
think it'll be VR? I think
Why
VR
wouldn't
is
it?
Yeah.
already to the wayside again.
No.
For the fucking
it's
No,
gonna,
10th
it's
time.
gonna go
what's
insane.
what needs to happen is that it needs to
Bullshit.
be accessible and it needs to be
Yeah.
cheaper.
AR or VR is gonna one of them's
Yeah.
gonna explode.
I have no idea what you're talking
What's
about.
AR?
Augmented reality,
like
so
the
you put
Pokemon
glasses-
game?
Yeah, you put on glasses or something and shit's in real time.
So
in front
like
of you.
so like the
Like you
game
can
will
watch the
be
football
going on
game
right here
on the TV,
Yeah.
table or
Oh,
whatever.
that's cool.
Uh,
Nope, neither one of
But
them are. Do
I
you know
mean,
why?
Apple's
Why?
already put patents out for
Because
AR
look who plays
goggles
video
and shit.
games.
Yeah.
It ain't fucking athletic motherfuckers. They're sitting on a goddamn couch for days.
I don't think
Fucking
you're gonna have to
dude.
I don't
deal
know
with
if
it.
it's if I'm biased because I'm in Colorado.
I play
but
this shit.
Most people are like not going that way anymore.
Yeah, if you can get immersed into the game, I think it'll change everybody.
Nah, man, I'm on this shit for hours. It's fucking fat guys with a lot
Well,
of food
right.
around them.
But the games
And
I
they're,
played,
and they're playing for 15 hours at a time.
yeah, but the games I played weren't that intensive. You
And
know
then
what
plus
I mean?
your room. How are you going to walk around your room doing
And they're
VR?
already working
Yeah,
on.
they're already working on that.
They're already working on.
I know,
scaling.
making like spheres and shit. And
Or the
There's the
brain.
omnidirectional
Yeah.
fucking.
They've got the
it'll happen. It
treadmill.
ain't
brain
happening.
net. Elon Musk has it. He's got the
Yeah,
patent.
that's what they said about 3D TVs.
He wants to inject
don't
a
even
webbing
sell 'em
into your
anymore.
brain. He wants to inject a webbing into your
Those
brain
were
so it
bu-
can touch the neurons.
Who wants 3D TV in their fucking house besides
Same
David?
pricks that want fucking VR.
Well, no, 3D TV didn't work. 'cause
And
the
I liked
goggles.
VR when I was a kid. We used to go to this weird thing. I don't know what it was at games, and
You
there was
listen-
this.
Have you used any of the new
You're just
VR?
not tuned into it. There's
Yeah.
a whole fucking current.
I'm way
under-
more into that shit than you fellers.
No, I promise you.
You just like your VR when you look
I
at titties.
happen to get
Yeah.
it through my podcast. I happen to get knowledge about it through this podcast I listen to.
Yeah, me too.
but you're not interested in it. You just have knowledge.
I have a
of it.
headset.
No, but I know, but yeah, but
I know
can,
you do.
I can tell if there's like immense like popular. I mean, I get
You're
it.
the only one I know, though.
The lay person doesn't get it, and they don't have
Right.
the computing
But
power
that's
to
the
even
thing
run
is,
the
I
fucking
love
thing.
this. I like being
I
immersed
get
in
you.
an environment.
Yeah,
I'm not too interested. in
Well,
it.
it's just it's so expensive right now.
I
As
got
soon
to.
as it becomes cheap,
I got to experience it, and I thought it was awesome as fuck.
yeah.
yeah, but
I
are you going to
thought-
do it often?
Huh?
will-
If I
don't
had
think I
the
would ever
fucking
leave.
goggles on my
Yes.
house, I'd fucking play video games like
Well,
casual.
you
You
might
haven't
be right.
experienced life until you've
You
experienced
might be
VR
right,
porn.
but at this point, I think it's going to go by the wayside.
I think all that needs to happen is they need to make it like small
Nobody
enough.
talks about it other than you. That's only, you're the only one I know.
I know a lot of people talk about it. Though.
Yeah,
You.
because
Yours not in this.
he's younger and they're fucking
Yeah.
talking about it. And those are the people that
Yeah.
are buying it and perpetuating
I've never
the
heard one
technology.
asshole on the
It's
internet
Not
going,
a fucking old asshole.
It's aimed at generations.
I'm
younger
not
than
that
me
old
even.
yet.
They're funding it.
I'm
Go
getting
look
there.
at Twitch.
They're funding it.
Twitch has
I have-
thousands of videos of them
I
watching.
thought about doing
VR.
a Twitch because every time I play with people, they usually fuck up because I just have them laughing the whole time.
I'll
I
send
don't
you,
care about the goddamn game. I'm just talking
You
shit.
should. Actually.
I'll send you a
can
good
make a lot of
podcast
money on
about it.
Twitch.
That's what I'm hearing. Somebody told me that. the
Especially if
other
you're a
day.
hot chick. I've seen like Arab guys and shit. Like they'll donate them like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I'm a hot chick. Look at me.
It's ridiculous.
Well, there was some girl that was. Well, I think it's happened many times, but she had a lip slip.
Oh yeah.
You know what a lip slip is, Mark?
She did that on
Oh
purpose.
yeah.
When your vagina lips
She had
out.
to do that on purpose. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, she was on the. I saw the video.
Yeah.
Not because I was investigating.
Yeah, not because I'm a pervert.
I'm an investigator.
So where's this video at?
No, she's just playing games and she like
can
lifts
we
her.
can we pull it up?
Probably.
He doesn't want to pull it. He's like,
That's not my content.
it's in his saved links.
Oh, that may be.
She had to have some short ass shorts on though.
Hey.
Some lip
Well, no.
slip. Come on.
Yeah, everybody wears short shorts these days. It's
I would
crazy.
feel like that had to be an underwear.
No, she lifted her leg and it kind of fell out a little. And then, you know, some women have long vaginas.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
So-
What? And so somebody gave her money?
No, so everybody. Well, that's what they should have done.
They goddamn should have.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
But they fucking banned her and shit for like a month
Yeah.
and like reprimanded her and shit. And she's like, my pussy just fell out.
What, on Instagram?
If I was gonna do
Twitch.
it
Oh, Twitch.
What the fuck is
on,
Twitch?
if she was gonna, it's another one
It's,
for video game
yeah, they
boys.
live stream their video games.
So
This is the shit that Angela watches.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
the kids watching people play video games.
that's all the kids
online.
do.
My
I
favorite
know.
part.
That's
my
why they
favorite
don't want
shit
the
on-
VR because they're already just
I think
looking
it's
at
gonna
someone else
explode.
have fun.
It's funny.
I think Hollywood movies are gonna go VR. I think everything's gonna go VR.
I don't know about the movie
I
but
think it's
thing,
going to.
but whatever.
Look at
Well,
that.
I'm
So
sure they'll
you're
make
halfway
one. They'll
VR.
make one.
I'm zero VR. He's halfway.
I'm
You're
a moderate. He's full
full.
on.
I gotta go peck or pee.
Virtual
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
My favorite thing on Twitch though is to watch people get swatted. You ever seen that shit?
That's not.
It's like where someone like they find their IP address, they know where they live or whatever, and then they call the cops and say like, "I can hear a little girl screaming, being kidnapped or whatever." And then the SWAT comes in because they're videotaping it.
Oh.
And just busts in their house.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on with them playing video games.
That's
Oh no.
fucked up.
It's so funny because they always come in like it would be a drug raid or whatever with like ARs and
no.
everybody's faces. That's like the new prank thing that's going on, but
Oh,
it's
I
getting
don't
bad
know.
though
Why
because like a
can't
lot
they
of those
just-
cops come in and shoot dogs and shit.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
But it's still funny to watch.
Why can't they just send a pizza or something to the place?
Yeah.
Because
That'd be
that's
nice.
funny.
That'd be nice.
No, you just that's not even like in a mean way.
Right.
And just like,
Well, no,
you
it'd
call
be-
it, you pay for it online,
Yeah.
you send the pizza, and be like, I respect your video gaming.
Yeah, and then like it's
I promise I didn't come on your
People
pizza.
on the internet are super fucked up.
But it's funny because his mom has to bust into his room while he's recording or whatever, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And then like it turns into a whole thing, and then he's eating pizza by the end of the video. You know,
Yeah.
it's like get it all over his guitar.
I
controller.
think you video games. I thought you was masturbating.
I think it'd be funny.
There
I'm
is
not
a
smart enough to
difference.
like hide my address.
I don't know
or
what you
anything,
were
but I think it'd
talking
be
about, but-
hilarious to swat the JRE studio, Joe Rogan Experience Studio.
That's all you're gonna catch kids doing these days.
I don't know
Instead of
that-
whacking
yeah.
off,
Yeah.
you're gonna go,
Playing video
yeah, I knew you were, and then it's just him like,
I don't have any feeling in my dick, Mom.
wipe my butt.
Fucking shit.
I was thinking about that too the other day. How shitty humans are as we progress.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to make people wipe. I mean, because we decided you have to wipe your ass, but you got to make someone else do it for a while.
That's really only an American thing, right? Everybody else has like bidets and shit.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Why do
So
we do
you
that?
got to, hey mom, done in here. And I have vague memories as a child, like
Of
yelling,
calling,
"I'm
Mom!
done. You come get me off my toilet."
I really would
no,
be
I
interested to
get it.
hear
Yeah.
like
It's
the-
horrible.
I wonder what the history is, though. Why we switched to paper in the United States?
I
Just
read
for
s-
wiping our ass.
Oh, I
So it
don't
doesn't
know.
do anything.
I remember I
It just
read.
Yeah.
says that. It's
It
just
just
I read the
smears
soup-
it around, and you're walking around like a fucking animal all
here he
night.
goes.
That's why you
again.
gotta take a shower every
Give him
time
some
you take a
shrooms
shit.
Yeah.
to relax
All
him.
right, I'm done.
Do you
I'm
got
good.
that blue stuff in your glasses too?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do too. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, I was about to ask if those were new glasses, Patrick.
Yeah, they're blue.
Oh, I like them.
Look at that. You could see it in the screen.
What is
They're
it?
blue.
Yeah, I get it.
It's supposed to help you with stuff.
Oh.
For VR, it's VR glasses.
It's really
Nice.
good for VR specifically.
I spent $32,000 on them because they're VR ones. Regular ones are like $150.
150.
New glasses.
Google's put out a patent
I got
for
that by a
the
gay
Google
gentleman,
Glass
yeah.
to go into contacts. You seen that?
I got two.
That's cool.
What's that?
Google. Have you seen Google Glass?
I thought they quit doing that.
They did, but
They did.
they're reissuing it as contacts.
That can't be healthy.
I like it.
And then you just see
Hey,
like
Doc.
wavy lines of red.
You blink
shit
and take a picture anytime you want.
So every single time you're blinking, it's taking a picture or
No,
what?
you have to,
People
like,
are going to
blink,
learn to not blink.
you know, or whatever.
Well, I know they're gonna see some motherfucking winking at them while they're getting a lap.
I tell you what, it's not even contacts. It's a fucking cornea implant that fucking lubricates
is?
your eye. So
That's
you can
fine.
Speaking of which,
Join me to the hive mind. I don't want to think anymore.
what's wrong with? Oh, I'm
Me
kind
too.
of with you.
I'm good.
That's fine.
I'm done thinking for myself.
I used to think there was something good about being an individual.
Mm.
Whatever. Let's
It
bring
isn't.
on
It's totally
Nazism.
stupid.
Not the killing part,
Yeah.
but they all like walk the
the-
same and
The ballroom dancing part.
the ballroom dancing part. Oh God.
you never knew those Nazis were
can't
good at
believe-
ballroom dancing, did you?
Oh, you guys are terrible people.
I bet they were though. They were very
Obviously
strict.
They were, yeah.
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 Figure out this dance.
Well, that's when ballroom dancing was a fun thing to do.
It still is, Mark.
No, it's not. Fuck
what if you VR it?
When I was in
Maybe I would do it in VR.
I wouldn't.
Learn how to ballroom dance in
You know,
VR.
Here's a
Man,
interesting.
when I was in Russia, when I was at that school, they made all the kids ballroom dance, and they were goddamn
I bet they were great.
beautiful, beautiful.
Back in Missouri, in
We
high
had to
school,
square
I
dance.
swear to God, we had to square dance. I thought that was.
We had to
I was
square
wondering if that
dance.
was a Missouri
We had to
thing.
square
But yeah, we had to
dance.
learn
No,
how to
we
square
had to
dance.
For
square
some
dance,
reason,
yeah.
It's a
you
Midwest.
Pissed me off.
Well, what's the
Midwest
point
piece
of it?
shit thing.
Yeah, I'm like, when am I ever
I
going to
think
use
they're
this?
trying to teach you to touch girls.
I think we need to
I'm like,
stop
we're not
this-
going to learn cursive, but you're going to make me square dance. Like,
Well, there's never enough girls, so you always
Yeah.
have to dance with a gym teacher. All right, Pete. God damn it! I said hand on the waist.
I think we need to stop perpetuating country and Western culture.
Yeah,
and
no, it's
folky shit.
The
and,
worst, the
like,
worst
shit
thing
kickers
ever.
and
No.
fucking big cowboy hats.
Have
and
you
all that
noticed-
Well, that's
bullshit.
why.
Have you seen these commercials
That's a
for?
good
We just need to just stop.
There's
all
some
that.
country music channel on cable or something like that, and they play these commercials. all the time, and it's all these rednecks going like, "God damn, man, that's on point. God damn, I feel like a gangster." And I'm just like, they're trying to use it's, and they're
And all the new stuff, actually, they all like rap in it, and it's really,
Really?
fucking hilarious. Yeah, dude.
man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
you
It's
can't.
perfect.
No, the country.
That
and
shows you
Western-
no one gives a shit about anything.
I know.
No
yeah.
one cares about anything anymore.
It's just I'm a rapping country man.
Hey,
you remember-
nigger, give me some lyrics.
do you remember that song, Miss New Booty? It was like huge.
No.
Like 09. Come on, you remember that?
Miss New Booty.
Come on.
No, we had Don't
All right,
break
never mind.
your
But
heart.
that guy is like a
Breaky,
country singer
breaky
now.
heart.
My daughter's a total fucking whore.
I love Miley Cyrus.
I do too.
I'm
And
starting to
she's-
like her a little more
She's
than I used
vegan.
to.
She does drugs.
Her new
she's
album
a
is-
maniac.
She's
The
my
album she
favorite.
did with the Flaming Lips was pretty
She's
good.
a really good singer. And
Yeah,
she's a
she is.
whore.
She did that Jolene cover too recently.
Oh, have you heard her do Jolene?
Oh,
That's
come
Yeah,
on,
that was
come on,
amazing.
guys. She's shaping up.
She's probably the best out of any of the actors.
She did exactly what I would have done.
She
She's
dresses.
probably one of the
all
best
of 'em.
behaved
No,
out of
I
any of
know.
the Disney actors, honestly.
Yeah, she barely showed her cunt off.
Yeah.
You've seen her titties a few times.
Yeah.
No, man. If I was 18 and
No, she was like 13
thought-
when she made it famous. Wasn't
yeah,
she?
no,
yeah,
but
yeah,
when she
but-
went nuts or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And not nuts.
exactly
just
what
like
you're
I mean,
supposed to
I
do.
did that too,
Right.
and I wasn't even.
You just didn't have money.
I didn't have any money.
Or
I couldn't imagine being
anyone
like someone like
watching you.
Justin
and
Bieber.
I was a man.
I think Justin Bieber made $1 million by the time he was 11. Like, think about that.
Well, but you know his parents stole it.
yeah,
so
but
don't worry about
still,
that.
like, imagine what that does to you.
Hey-o.
Like, in the public eye. Like, fuck.
You made the cameras focus again because you put so much.
Oh,
This one time, Mark and I, well, there was this little time we were obsessed with those gravity bongs,
Yeah, yeah.
and then we got the 3-gallon, not the 2-gallon like you faggots, and then what we called the,
The 2
Liberty,
liter, 3
we called
liter.
the Liberty Bowl.
Liberty
I bet it was probably, I don't know, about half of this.
I'll outdo you on. I got one story after this.
Well, I'm sure you, and we would just pack it completely full of
You
our.
I think we fit a quarter in there one time or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he
It
does
was
it,
like a
and then
7-gram bowl.
he's pulling the thing, and he sucked in the weed. It was yellow, and it was like, like if you imagine if you were inhaling.
Who did that?
You.
Oh,
I got 2 Mark stories. So he sucks it in, and it was so much concentrated in there, it came out exactly how it went out. So it looked like a blob of mucus.
Yeah, dude. It looked like
It was
concentrated-
insane.
Yeah.
I never. It was like if you watch a well-made ghost movie. It was as if he had a ghost coming out of his mouth.
That's good. I kind of remember that.
We made a gravity bong.
Well, hold on. Give
Okay.
me the other Mark story.
Go
You'll
for
like
it.
this one the most.
And then we'll give you.
And then you can have your gravity bong.
Yeah.
You
Liberty
gravity
Bowl.
bong.
All right.
Boy. So we're smoking this blunt, and we get it down to about. It wasn't quite a roach, a little bit bigger than a roach.
Oh, yeah.
And he's fucking sucking on it like it was
Oh
the
my-
last joint on earth. Or blunt.
Yeah, like how you
And
hit a
they-
fucking joint.
And so he sucked it out of his fingers
It was like,
and inhaled it.
Wu Tang.
And then went into his went in his throat.
and I was
and he-
choking on it.
And he hacked it back out.
Oh.
And it was completely dry.
Yeah,
And we
because
just
I
kept
had
smoking it.
Because I had some cotton mouth and
We
shit.
just kept smoking it as blunt.
But the thing you forgot
It
to say,
didn't.
it got caught in the back of my throat, and I got all scared, and I started breathing. I was like, and it was like I was like tooting out smoke, out of my mouth and shit. And then I like hucked it out, and it landed on my thing, and it was completely dry. And I was like, "Look at this, dude! It's completely dry."
And we smoked that
And we just finished
motherfucker.
smoking
that's
it.
great.
Yeah. I was like, "I'm sorry, guys."
Well, I mean, plus at that point of our lives, there was probably a solid, 8 to 10 years that just was like, we need to get high now.
Right.
There wasn't much else going on, but we needed to get high.
Yeah.
So we didn't care if you fucking swallowed your blunt.
Oh yeah.
We were gonna smoke that shit.
I thought you were talking about Ohio. Remember when we snuck weed in our luggage, on the way to Ohio when we went?
We snuck weed. We did. I
Plain
brought
or-
vodka.
Oh wait, Liberty Bowl
Sorry,
story.
Liberty.
Wait, I'm
Big bowl.
curious on yours though. Plane or car? Ohio.
It was
A
a
fucking
bus.
bus.
A bus before
It was like
9/11.
32 hours.
Fuck.
Goddamn bus. It was 20 something hours.
It was a bus before 9/11, and they didn't check shit. We could have brought a fucking. We could have brought a
You
whole.
think I've never rode the bus? You think they
Christmas
actually
tree
check
list.
shit? I feel like that's the most way
I got some
drugs get
stories about
transported.
that too. So if you want to tell your story,
Okay,
you better
yeah.
hop in.
This
here.
when we were because we're on gravity bongs, but you know, like a flex cable for a dryer, like
Yeah.
a little accordion type
Yeah.
thing.
Uh
We put those and we put a 2 liter on each
huh.
end.
Ooh.
You smash it all the way
Oh,
down.
that's smart.
That's
and
very
pull it
smart.
up. And it's literally
what the
like
fuck?
20 feet of fucking hit.
Of Liberty
They would just
Bong.
go
Pretty
around the
good.
whole party.
You call that a Liberty Bong?
Yeah.
We used to,
We called it the worm, but
Back on 139th Street,
we
there
had
was
the Liberty
we didn't call it a Liberty Bong. We called it the Statue of Liberty Bong because the Statue of Liberty. You remember that?
Oh yeah, you remember First Avenue? That was
That's from
spectacular.
France.
I
a lot
loved
of
it.
people don't
yeah,
know
a lot
that.
Of people don't know that. In France is in Queens.
I don't remember what the story was. I was gonna say now.
I love spending
bus.
time in Astoria.
Oh, so we get on this. The beginning of the story is our previous teacher, before Mark was in the music program, was he had that music program like on point, as these country people would say.
Nah.
Man, that's
No,
fucking
no.
So
gangster
we took,
shit,
like-
motherfucker. Holy fucking gangster shit, it's on point shit.
Oh, I'm gonna wait till he comes back. Everybody else has heard these stories.
What?
you good.
Well, no,
I'll
Just-
wait.
Finish
So-
drinking that and just pee in that.
no, not in
They
front of me. I
can't
don't
see you
wanna
under
look
the
at it.
waist.
I'm not gonna pull it.
Yeah, you'll get us pulled off the YouTube.
They can't see you under the
Nah, Ari
waist.
does it all the time.
Yeah.
Artie Lang?
No, Ari Shafir.
Oh, Ari.
Doug
Shafir.
Stanhope just pissed
And
all
what
over
did
Ari
Merz
on his
do?
podcast this week.
When you rap for 24
Oh, that's
hours.
good. I can rap for 32 hours.
Okay.
Give me an encyclopedia right now.
I
Give me a beat and then the whole encyclopedia.
Click.
What was I saying? Oh, so we had like charter buses and shit. So I went from like being like toured around, and then our next teacher was straight out of college, and no one was in the program, and so we took a fucking Greyhound bus to Ohio for this
Yep.
drum competition.
Like 30 kids.
and we stayed in like a YMCA on the floor.
Yep.
But so I knew the bus ride. It was literally like it had to have been the 20-something hours. I can't remember. Maybe pushing 30 hours. Like almost 2 days of fucking travel. It's insane.
Yeah.
So me and Tommy took this giant hit of Everclear and Kool-Aid at the beginning of the ride, and I fucking slept for like 13 hours.
Nice.
So I didn't
Gross.
see most of that fucking trip. But so when I woke up, we were in the middle of I think we were in Kansas well, the thing about Greyhounds and why it takes so long is they have to stop at every stop.
Jesus.
Yep.
I've never rode one, but
Oh, yeah.
fuck that.
So if they got in a truck or in the bus and just drove,
right.
then it would be the same as
As a car.
almost the same as a car, probably
Right.
a little slower.
Right.
Why don't they
But
put
so they
more-
have to stop everywhere.
How often is the stops?
It just depends
Yeah.
where you're going, or like
Fuck
Kansas. But so we were driving through Kansas, and I saw two fucking weird things because I was up completely by myself. I saw it must have been a meteor, or probably not an asteroid, or we'd be dead.
Alien.
It was
It like flew down and like
shooting star.
yeah, and it like illuminated the whole sky and like huge, like freaked me out. And I'm like, holy shit, aliens! And I'm like looking around like,
And no one saw it.
anybody's fucking see this shit? And there's
Everyone's
nobody
sleeping.
is awake.
That's like movie shit,
And
man.
so you can't fucking. I couldn't tell anybody
Oh, that's great.
because they wouldn't have believed me.
He's just some crazy
That was
asshole.
great shit.
And then all of a sudden, the bus driver takes this tight turn down into this fucking
Ravine.
like a. He jumped the ravine, and then we won the world record.
World Series 1.
2, not 1. We weren't that cool.
Oh.
And then we go down this dirt road, and this dude that I noticed him earlier. He was wearing like all black, a younger guy, and he had this big duffel bag. He just stops in the middle of this cornfield. The guy with the duffel bag stands up, walks, taps the guy on the shoulder, and he fucking got out, and then his car turned its lights on, and it drove off. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. What the fuck? So he obviously paid the guy off to
Oh my
drop
God.
him.
Right, yeah.
It was like at a farm or something.
What?
And who knows what was in that duffel bag.
Yeah, drugs.
Yeah, it was drugs.
Totally
I was
drugs.
hoping it was like a
That's why I
nuke.
had money to
Yeah.
fucking bribe the
And then
bus driver.
and it was like a movie. Like he didn't say a word the whole time. Got off, just tapped the guy, and then the back of the car like popped open. He tossed the duffel bag in all smooth, shut it, and then they drove off.
That's badass.
I was like, what the fuck did I just witness here? Aliens, and then I don't know, maybe
It's fucking genius.
it's crazy. And I'm
Back
sure it
then,
happens all the time.
It was probably a duffel bag full of bagels. You remember bagels?
Yeah,
on
bagels.
33 Street.
On 30. I don't remember hearing those stories. I don't remember hearing.
Ah, man, I remember
Yeah.
that vividly. Might not be real.
That was the worst trip of our lives. I remember that.
That was the worst.
Yeah, you lost your wallet. Nick
One-
smashed his pager and glasses, I think, like right off the bat.
On purpose?
Yeah, because he got mad at his at the time
He did
girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's when he was dating Ann.
Yeah, so right off the bat, like within an hour of on the bus, he like threw something. He threw his pager or something and just fucking smashed it against the back wall of the bus or something like that. And the bus driver almost kicked his ass off.
Of course he did.
And then remember the fucking hair incident? We stopped at some little fucking rinky-dink fucking place to eat dinner at, all of us, and we all ate dinner, and he got a fucking salad.
Oh.
And there's a hair in it. And he fucking threw a fucking fit about
Like
it.
it was
And went-
racist or something. I
Put
forgot
fucking hair
about
in
that.
my... Yeah.
No, because they're
And they asked
treating
him
him
to leave and
They're
shit.
they're treating him like shit after he like started like getting all ruckus about it. If I
I
remember
forgot
right.
how much trouble that motherfucker causes. What the hell, Nick?
He needs to come back on the show.
Yeah, we've had him a
Last
while.
time he almost came, I think. I can't remember.
Ah, nice.
I like his movie minutes.
Me and him, that's one of our bonding things is we used to just watch movies and movies. He was my, unfortunately, he was my, well, I don't know what kind of job he has. He was one of my drug partners. I don't know which drug. I won't tell you. And we would just watch movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Downer.
No, it was awesome. Or play video games. So we would just sit there and get fucked up and just watch like 5 fucking
Yeah.
movies.
Movies are just as
That
fun
was one of our
sober.
bonding. What's that?
Movies are just as fun sober.
No, they ain't.
If you smoke
Sober.
weed and watch a movie, man, it's
Yeah.
just completely
I
different.
know.
It's like music.
I used to get fucked up and drive to Walmart to buy movies in their $5 bin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd have like 200 movies, and now what the fuck are they?
You
They're
know what
trash.
You got to do is you got to watch movies on acid.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Seriously?
I can't.
yeah, that's
I
my
can't,
favorite thing.
I can't.
All right,
keep
so
a-
mushrooms, you look at trees.
Well, then
Acid, you watch
Mushrooms
movies.
well, no,
Watch movies
acid.
too.
You go stare at the red house on the corner, and then
Yeah,
you
I've
just,
heard of the
every
Red
time.
House.
you just have like a compulsive masturbatory 2-3 hours, and then you.
I thought that was cocaine.
I don't think your dick works good on cocaine.
No. Yeah.
Does
Well,
not
that's
at
why
all.
it takes a couple hours.
No. Your dick keeps working on acid.
Oh.
And then you watching a movie like when I watched Revenant, it was
Oh, I can imagine.
it was
I got that shit. And just I'm gonna watch it next time.
No.
Well, I said
and-
Thanksgiving last year. On.
yeah. I have no idea what the fucking movie.
It's
It was
fucked
like
up.
a 9-hour bear
Yeah,
fight.
just go.
But all the
It literally
rivers,
was,
the
wasn't
rivers and the trees looked really pretty.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
all I
know.
could see was rivers and trees, and then there was a bear fight.
Bear fight.
That's all
That's
I know
the worst
about that
bear
movie.
fight there ever was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Leonardo, he held up though.
Why didn't he start at his butthole?
It's because
That's
he
actually a
wasn't
good
dead
point.
yet.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good point.
They don't
Yeah.
just run up and grab your butthole. They wait till you're dead
Movie
or
details,
dying.
brah.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
No, that's the truth.
Oh, okay. So they don't
Same
attack
with
you
birds.
like
They go
that.
for your eye sockets, your rumpus, and then they wait for everything else to kind of fall apart, and then they rip you apart.
Okay, I pictured it as like you were getting all eaten. from
yeah, I
your
thought it
asshole.
No,
was.
it's not like, hey, buddy, whoa,
Yeah.
what's going on back
Like,
there?
turns you into a puppet for a second.
No, he kills you a little bit first,
I
so
tried.
you're not gonna fight
I
back.
pictured the worst pain of my life.
All right,
I tried watching some Star Wars movie on acid once, and I swear
Which
to God,
one?
it was one of the newer
cares?
ones. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know,
that
but there was-
does matter.
But it was sitting there. It was just.
Yeah.
It was.
Only 'cause
It was
I wanna
like
know
I
what
was
it's-
losing time. It was jumping shit.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
there was.
yeah.
It just looked like it was almost like I'm watching TV, and it's almost like it's just like something choppy and crazy going on, but it's my brain doing it.
Yeah.
Weird.
And I'm like, yeah. And then
Stroke.
and then I think there's like dialogue that wasn't happening, and then it was peculiar.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know the first Star Wars is on every Windows PC ever made in the control panel?
Really?
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
The movie.
Yeah, they have it in there.
Where?
I can swear you can Google it. It's in the control panel. Like,
How do
there's
you
like-
get to it?
I forget. I
I
haven't
lost
done
my
it on.
pen. I'm not a host.
You can
anymore.
also watch it in just text.
Star
It's really
Wars?
weird.
The original?
Yeah. It's in the control panel.
It's in the
Let me
control
ask you a
panel.
question about them Star Wars dogs.
Yeah.
That George Lucas,
Yeah.
he's one of the richer gentlemen around.
Whole
Yeah.
movie?
Still got a gobble. He's got a thing hanging
Didn't
from
get
his
it
neck.
removed, did he?
If I was a billionaire, I'd probably just have him reduce that a little bit.
No.
Have you seen it? It's like one of his
I don't know-
characters in a
no,
movie.
I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't want to
about.
have.
Look it up.
I don't want to have no
It's-
My phone's
surgeries.
dead. Or on the charger.
If I ain't got
Media
to.
consultant
What do I need to do?
George
Check-
Lucas's
I would
neck.
actually like to see that. How much?
probably do
He
it on
sold
air.
the whole Star Wars franchise for less than
A couple billion.
Yeah, but for less than Dr. Dre even sold Beats.
But still.
I just thought it was funny because Beats
Do you
sold
know how
like
much
3
money
months
he's
later,
made
though.
off of it, though?
Yeah, I'm sure. And he still has
So-
creative control. But I
Yeah,
just thought
and
it was
he's
funny
like-
because like 3 months later, Beats sold, and I was like, this
Who'd they
guy's
sell to?
Apple. But
Oh, yeah, he sold to Apple.
yeah. But still, I was just like, what the fuck?
Look at his gobble. Look at it. Show him.
yeah,
show him,
me
Mark.
whenever it's not-
All right, you're Leon.
see anything that-
Show him over here. Let him get close
It's
to.
not that bad.
Oh, my Lord. Is there a side view? Look at that thing. If he didn't have a beard, that would be the
Yeah,
weird.
if he didn't have a beard, it would be
Look at
really
that
weird.
gobble. All you had to do is this. Here's some money,
I
mister.
probably would have taken it. Yeah, you're right.
Here's some money, mister. Take this thing off.
Didn't he just build like just a giant Star Wars ranch in Texas with his money?
I wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't want anything to do with Star Wars. Like, it's not working, is it?
Oh,
There you go. Look at that thing. It's just.
Is that him?
That's a younger version of him, and it's already bad.
Wow.
Oh, it's
Oh.
eyeballs.
That's hilarious.
Oh, dear.
That's pretty good.
I've been thinking about it as I get older, because we're pushing 60.
Talking that Princess Leia and all that stuff.
Yep.
That Prince Harry's marrying a man. And,
Oh yeah.
And then, but people,
That's pretty good.
these are the two reactions that they're talking about. People are like, yeah, who gives a shit, king and queen? That's not even a thing. And the people that care about kings and queens would be like, you're ruining the bloodline with a black person.
Yeah, she's blackie, ain't she? Is she mixed or full black?
She's mixed, but yeah, but they.
I know they don't care.
But the English.
I saw
that
somebody
are-
we know ask if something like, "Oh, she's gonna get citizenship, I bet, not me." Or
Oh, Steven said something about it because it took him like 5 years to get.
yeah, but
Grace
it's a
into the
prince,
country.
right?
Yeah,
So they get some
Married
things.
into royalty. Come on.
Yeah, I know. She ain't gonna get no visa. Well, he was joking.
I
Yeah,
know,
right,
I know,
He
I
was-
know.
Yeah, but he was like, yeah. That was his whole speech at the wedding. It was hysterical because the
It was
groom
like
gave
my
a speech.
wife is gonna be a real pain in the ass.
No,
to-
no, it was like I can't.
become a
Let
citizen?
me explain about immigration here. And he gave a whole sermon on the whole thing, and then he didn't mention his wife at all.
Oh,
no, I'm
well,
joking.
who
Give me
cares?
that there.
It's empty. So I need it.
You dirty bastard.
You fucking dirty bastard.
You got any indicas, boys?
Mine's all indica.
Yeah, his shit's all
Give
indica.
the boys some indica.
Ashtray. That's all we need.
There you go.
Why don't you guys get some ashtray?
Ashtray.
We used to have about 30, 40 ashtrays around the house so we could smoke cigarettes and go tip, 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 tip.
Yeah.
Except for
We had that one big glass ashtray that was, I think, it was a cigar
my
tray.
my brother over here. My mother.
Is there any more beer? I don't want to take the last one if it's
That's
the
the
last
last one.
It's the last
you guys
one.
can have it.
I don't want it. One of you
What?
guys can have it.
You want it?
Yeah, but you drink it.
You sure? You can have it. I don't care.
That
You
was a
guys are all
hire.
dicks.
So when my mom buys us this really nice sectional
Yeah.
when we got this nice apartment. You missed the whole ashtray. What are you, drunk?
Wow. He didn't even put any
There's
of it
some
in
more
the
beer
ashtray.
upstairs. I got some 1554.
I like how he's refilling
Oh,
that
no.
one.
Oh, pull the paw.
I just did a Paul.
No, you did. There's
He
some
ruined
towels in
everything.
there.
Everything's dead.
It's fine.
Look how dead it is. No, yeah, he didn't get on anything.
Except for that speaker.
Speaker.
Yeah, that's the base.
Oh my
Brand new
goodness.
speaker.
See, the lucky thing is you can't spill weed. You can spill bong water, but this amount of water wouldn't kill
What are you talking
anything.
about? I just did the same thing with the ashtray.
Yeah, but you're not gonna.
Mine was a lot easier to clean up.
Hell yeah, because you just wipe it off, maybe blow it off, and someone will vacuum it up later.
Check
Right?
this. It's not
See.
the greatest weed in the world, but
Oh, okay. You got some new weed.
$60 an ounce Black Friday.
$60 an ounce. That's a good one.
I was like, yeah, I'm take it.
And what
I don't
is-
care.
What is it? Is it just a mix?
No, it's two different strains. I forget what they are though. But they're both.
Why
indica.
don't you know anything? It's fine.
I
It's
usually
okay.
keep the
It's
strains
all
separate,
right.
but
it's okay.
Small buds and.
So camera's
You know,
not
it's like
available.
whatever.
Something came unplugged. Oh no! Oh, it came back.
Thank you. My bad.
Yeah. So. What? So you don't know what weed that is, man? Dang. I've been smoking some Tangy Ghost Train Haze.
Oh man, it's something.
It's both of them mixed together.
Oh, it's Gorilla Glue. One of them's Gorilla Glue,
Mm.
and the other one cookies. Something cookies. For you.
Cookies and corn.
See,
Both indica though.
you can't spill that and ruin anything. You can spill it and it's fine.
If you get in your eye.
You ain't gonna spill nothing in your eye. He's not that dumb, and he's got the lighter gun. I like the lighter gun.
I know. I think's badass. Fucking Paul. No clue. I even tried to Google it.
You guys just killed the show.
No, it didn't. It's just turned into Weed Minute.
That was pretty funny.
Actually,
though.
dude, for real, I listened to your. I texted you about it, the Frenchy Cannoli podcast.
Oh, you watched the Lost one?
I just listened to it. I didn't watch it. But
Yeah, that's fine.
do you guys have video too?
Yeah,
Awesome.
on livestream.com.
I'll check that out.
Yep.
But fucking great cast. You weren't there though.
At that point, I wasn't there. No.
He is so
no,
hard
no,
to understand
no.
though. You're right.
Yeah, I kind of don't I see him on Hash Church all the time.
Yeah,
he was on Hash Church.
Never
for
heard.
like 2
Actually, never
years.
heard of Hash Church until you texted me the other day.
Oh,
And
bro,
I typed
have
it
you-
in my podcast.
Oh, did
Yeah, I subscribed.
Oh, you can subscribe to it as a podcast?
Yeah, it's on there on at least on Last FM. It
Oh, okay, I got you.
is just audio, but
Yeah. No, that's weird because there's video on YouTube, and I thought that was the only way to get it.
nope, there's audio.
There's a feed.
Yeah, I don't think I've listened to any of them yet, but there's
if
an
you
audio
put it
feed
out
on
there,
the
it's on
podcast.
feeds.
I'll fight everyone. That's probably all the downloads that you're getting. They're probably downloading your shit and then putting it out somewhere else.
Lift that up.
Oh yeah.
My
Oh,
brothers.
that's funny because then you got all the action. You got all
Did
the
I? I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Oh,
watch that.
That's funny. How does the podcast thing work? Because there's so many different podcast apps, but you guys are on all of them, so I'm assuming you didn't have to.
It's because they all want it. What do you mean?
Yeah, they all
Do you
wanted
know how
that.
many phone calls I get?
They all wanted the D.
I'm just assuming it's all at one central hub, though, right?
Yeah, so basically
I assume it's a
okay, so
certain search engine.
it's basically
right?
RSS. It's an RSS feed. So basically it's
your mom, right?
it's a feed that gets updated anytime you upload it. It's just the feed is updated. So like you can
Where's
give that
that
link
bowl?
to different services and then they get a little ding every time you fucking upload something because your feed changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's basically just how podcasts work. That's how you can update them in real time and blah blah blah. Yakety smackety.
So we're on everything, bro. Actually, I can't
Everything.
find everything on everything. And I find that weird.
Yeah, because like some things I can't find on Last FM.
Because you can find
but I
all
on
of our
iTunes
shit
or-
everywhere.
Yeah. I
And
don't
we're
get it.
just a low-level jerks.
Well, like I know Adam Dunn, they run their podcast feed from the SoundCloud somehow. Like you can just every time we upload to there, it goes onto the
Yeah, a
feed.
couple people I know do SoundCloud ones.
We used to be on SoundCloud, but then they wanted me to pay money every month.
I think that went away after Chance the Rapper just paid everything for it or whatever. He paid all their
Oh,
debt.
really?
Yeah, he paid all their debt or something.
Really?
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah,
He didn't purchase the company. He just gave them money and paid their debt. I was like,
He's a
why
nice
would
boy.
you do that?
Because he's a drugs alcohol boy.
I mean, I guess
made,
that's where he got famous. He got famous from SoundCloud or whatever. But
Oh, did he?
yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
you-
he made a lot of money on Saturday Night Live last week.
Yeah. That too.
What was he doing?
He
Hosted.
he's also
Wow.
running for mayor of Chicago.
The Chi-Town?
Yeah.
Chi-Town.
And he wasn't-
He's only like
Chi-Town.
23.
I'm sure his song "We Don't Do the Same
Fuck
Drugs
that
No
guy.
More" was going to go over well during his campaign. Maybe he should just
we-
come out to it.
We don't do the same drugs
no
anymore.
more.
I like
We
drugs.
don't do the same drugs.
Or his
no
ass
that one
rap
of his
mixtape. yeah.
We don't
What
do
time
the,
is
we
it?
don't do the same drugs.
I want to show Mark these
9:24.
speakers before he
9:24.
leaves, so he should probably go.
I don't
Okay.
care.
I don't care if you care.
Yeah.
I want to listen to it again.
You
before.
should listen to my new video on your new speakers.
Does it sound good?
Yeah, it sounds good, man. It sounds
Sound
good, motherfucker.
Herbert.
Look up Face of Bass on YouTube if you want to see my bass videos.
Yeah, and my bass videos are on baseofface.com.
That's so dumb.
Dot Brer.
Face of Bass.
We have our own server now. Dot Brer.
That'd be awesome, dude. That would
Look us up at
Such a low-level
brothersbrer.com.
podcast. That's high tech.
Brothersbrer.com. Brothersbrer@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Then brothersbrer.brothers.
And email us.
Dot Brer.
Dot.
I'm not gonna say that plug anymore because I forgot we're not making any money.
And email us.
Yeah, email us.
You assholes.
And email us.
You tell us how nice we are. You give us comments.
And email us.
And then send us money.
And email us.
Fuck Model Ts.
Yeah, I forgot. Fuck those Model Ts.
Yeah, fuck a Model T.